The chat. You opened it. We came. We have such sights to show you. Welcome everybody once again to Film Heat Live. I'm your host, Tweakalicious. And this is my band of merry devils we've got here. You guys can unmute yourselves now.
I was pissing.
Don't forget to mute yourself in the Discord. There, Argo. All right. Welcome. This week, we are continuing our celebration of Halloween month by diving into the old classics, our classics, our horror icons. Volume 1. We watched the first movie of all the old school favorites. We're talking your Jasons, your Freddys, your Chuckies, your Pinheads, all of those. And I know there's like 20 of each of them, but we only watched the first one. So we're talking number 1. So I know things change a lot from the first one, but it's that very first one.
No film spam here. This is the originals.
The originals. Yeah, no lore dumps. No lore for the sake of lore. All right. So how'd you guys feel about this week?
I enjoyed the shit out of it.
Yeah.
I've honestly forgot how much I enjoyed some of these movies, and I got hit with some unexpected nostalgia.
Hell yeah. See, I'm a little bit of a virgin when it comes to these movies. I did not grow up watching these movies. I've never been much of a horror movie guy or a horror movie kid. I just missed the boat there, I reckon. So some of these I'm watching for the very first time, believe it or not.
Well, honestly, it could have been the first time I ever watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I would have got hit just with the scenery, and honestly, that one scene where she stumbles into the room and it's just like bones and paint cans all over the counters and just like feathers and shit everywhere.
Reminds me of home.
I started doing all this bone art shit because of my grandmother.
And then he knocked it down.
Don't knock it down.
No.
My elbows go everywhere.
Yeah,
but
I had a similar experience to Jay. I'm pretty pessimistic and cynical. But I've kind of learned my lesson on this show to not prejudge any of these movies, because I enjoyed most of these way more than I thought I would. It was a good time. Glad I gave them a shot. That's kind of the point of the show, is to actually watch the shit.
Exactly. Yeah. That's the whole reason we started this show. Cause I know Justin and we like movies a lot, but we just haven't seen a whole lot of them. And we got tired of people going, "What? You haven't seen this movie or that movie? I can't believe you haven't seen this movie. I can't believe it. Blah, 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 blah." So now we've seen it, and we're going to talk to you about it.
Yeah, and here's a link to where I tore it apart on the fucking show.
Yeah.
Fuck that movie.
Fuck that. Hey, you know that movie you like so much? Fuck that movie.
You couldn't believe
that
movie because it's a
That's
piece
your
of
favorite
shit.
movie, huh? We just talked about that last week. You should go check it out.
Yeah.
Then they tune in and listen to us just fucking eviscerate it.
Oh, it's so funny whenever I'm out and about and people are asking me, "Oh, how'd the show go last week?" And I was like, "Good, it was a good show. You know, we talked about this movie and that movie." And you're like, "Oh, I love that movie. It's such a good movie." And we just got done tearing it apart for 8 straight hours, and I'm just like, "Yeah, it's a fun one."
That's a cool movie.
Yeah, that's about how most interactions go.
Yeah.
Brutally honest, right here, Film Heat.
Hey, that's what we're here for.
Roasting them.
So let's take a look at our movies for this week. You can probably guess them. See, this is probably our first list where people are going like, is that movie on the list? Is this movie on the list? And they're probably right this time.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. This week, we watched 1988's Child's Play, 1987's Hellraiser, 1978's Halloween, Texas Chainsaw Massacre from 1974, 1984's Nightmare on Elm Street, and 1980's Friday the 13th. So, yeah. And it's kind of weird watching the first movie of every single one because some of these change drastically from the first one. Looking at you, Friday the 13th. First movie is very different movie from all the rest of them. Like me, I didn't grow up watching Friday the 13th. Actually, this week was the first time I ever saw the first one. So you're sitting there waiting for a dude in a hockey mask to show up, and he doesn't come.
Nah, he ain't there.
He ain't
no guy
there.
in a hockey mask.
No hockey
Jason's
mask.
not here, man.
No,
Jason's not here, man.
Jason's only in it for
Got
about
a death curse.
half a second,
Yeah.
and he's like a deformed body that splooshes out from the water at the very end.
Yeah. It's got a death curse. Yeah, man. So, without further ado, I reckon we should get into this before I start jumping the gun and talking too much about movies before their time. So, let's see. Up first, we've got Child's Play versus Hellraiser. That's a tough one for me. Let's take a look at the trailer for Child's Play.
Is Andy.
Wait.
Everyone has a birthday they'll always remember.
Can we open my presents now, Mommy? A good guy!
This movie starts out kind of like Jingle All the Way a little bit. I need the Turbo Man doll.
Andy's.
Time for bed, Andy. Good night, baby.
Good night, Aunt
I want the good
Maggie.
girls doll.
Good night, Chucky.
Aunt Maggie was a bitch and she got what she deserved.
Everyone knows most accidents happen at home.
How did that happen?
This is no accident.
I'm Detective Mike Norris. Homicide. Andy! Miss Peterson's dead, Miss Barkley. She fell from your kitchen window.
Someone's moved in with the Barkley family. And so has terror.
Mommy, I know who was on the counter. Andy!
Who, Andy?
Chucky.
Nobody believes you about Chucky. He came alive in my hand.
Oh, for God's sake.
Why won't you believe me?
Because I'm sane, Mrs. Barkley. Sane and rational.
No one believes the truth.
I'm muted. I love that guy that plays the cop.
Or lives to tell it.
Yeah, I always remember him from Fright Night.
There's nothing nice about murder. And there's nothing innocent about child's play.
All right, Child's Play. This is actually another one. It's my first time watching. I've seen I think I've seen the second one, maybe the third one. I've seen a couple different Chucky movies, but I had never sat down and watched that first one.
I think everybody's seen the one with Jennifer Tilly.
The Bride of Chucky.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I've seen parts of that one. Whichever is the one where they're at like a ROTC camp and they're doing like a mock battle with like blanks in their guns, and he goes around and puts real bullets in the guns, and they all kill each other.
Oh god,
That's the one I've seen. I know. But this one,
I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah, it's like 3, I want to say, maybe. I don't even know.
Balls win to everybody, huh?
I just realized
Interesting.
that's topical, folks. It's topical. I'm sorry. Okay.
But the first one's different than the other ones. It's not as hardcore. This was more subdued, right? Like I
This
was expecting
movie's
him to be
good.
more brutal.
Yeah. No, I really enjoyed this movie.
Yeah, it's a riot.
It's really well done. It's really like spooky, you know. Anybody who grew up with a My Buddy doll or kid sister even knows the horror those little bastards will instill into a 5-year-old heart.
It gets a little hokey when he goes to meet the guy that taught him the voodoo.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and he pulls out the
And
voodoo
that guy's
doll.
acting is a little questionable. The what's his name? John. Yeah, I got you, John.
Yeah.
You're dead, John. Tell me, John.
I mean, who doesn't dabble in voodoo and's got their little curse memorized? Like,
I mean, you know,
everybody
I cursed myself long ago.
knows a little bit.
I'm saying that the witch doctor, he was a little
So-
rough around the edges.
The premise of this movie, at the very beginning, I missed the very, very, very beginning. I guess he's like a serial killer or like a bank robber or something. He's just a general criminal.
He's like a strangler.
A strangler. Yeah. What's his name? Not David Lee Roth. That's fucking
It's close.
Brad
Pretty
Dourif.
fucking close.
pretty close. Yeah.
Brad Dourif.
Charles Lee Ray or something like that is the
Yeah.
name of the Brad
Mhm.
Dourif plays him, yeah. But yeah, and he's like a serial killer, and he gets his voodoo casting buddy to like cast a spell on him to where he won't die, right? He won't like he's gonna live forever. But I guess, and so when he gets blown up in an explosion by the cop, the catch is he lives on as a
Well, he's like mortally
Oh.
wounded. He starts casting his spell after he falls over like a display of these dolls, and whatever reason he grabs his doll and starts casting his spell like right there in the store. Right.
Gotcha. Last ditch effort. You know, you're already on the way out. Might as well let's try
Yeah,
casting a spell.
Yeah, he's running around going, gotta find somebody, and then fucking
Uses the doll.
yep.
Mhm.
So the doll that is possessed by our Charles Lee Ray, I think that's the name, our Brad Dourif character, it gets found by this like homeless guy,
Mhm.
and for what was it, Christmas?
His birthday.
His birthday. Is it birthday? I'm about to say, this isn't a
Mhm.
Christmas movie.
It could be. It's snow on the ground, like a lot.
Might as well be a Christmas movie. You know what? Child's Play is a Christmas movie now.
A lot of these movies take place in the Chicagoland area. It's kind of nuts.
Yeah.
Midwestern. This one totally does.
Oh yeah. So it's the last minute, and she's like, "Oh no, I don't have my kid's like favorite toy he's been asking for. I need the Turbo Man. I mean, Buddy doll or whatever.
Good guys, though.
Good guy. That's it." So she can't buy it in the store because it's Turbo Man'd out. So she finds a homeless person who's like, "I'll sell it to you for a lot of money."
There's a
buys
peddler
it.
in the alley. Let's go get it.
Yeah,
Great idea.
great. Well, she learns her lesson when she buys a murderous doll. So it like comes to life and it kills the aunt, and everybody thinks it's the little kid. Like the little kid is like this serial killer, and everybody's like, because they see the footprint and like the flour spilt on the ground, and he's wearing the My Buddy shoes or whatever. Like, so it eventually comes out that the doll is the killer, and he goes to his voodoo buddy and he's like, "I need a new body. Oh yeah, by the way, we have a new way of voting. I don't know if is that popping up as a link? Here, let me open.
Yeah, that came up as a link down there.
Yeah, I see it. Okay. I'm gonna test it out.
Yeah, everybody hit the straw poll link. That way we have more flexibility with time limits and whatnot. Get everybody's vote in there.
All right.
Everybody out there in chat, make sure you click on that link and cast your vote. And that straw poll link. Oh, I see you voting. I see it.
Ooh.
I see it happening. So what do you guys think about this movie?
It's a whole lot of fun. It's
Yeah.
a great movie. Great movie. Love it. You're going to hear
This
that a lot
movie-
tonight.
This movie reminds me how underrated Brad Dourif is.
Yeah.
Most people don't know who he is, but you will be reminded most of his performance as Wormtongue in Lord of the Rings.
Oh, I forgot
Who's
about
like
that.
The guy with the black hair who's whispering into the old king's ear.
That's right. I always think about him from Dune, the 1980 something Dune movie.
Yeah, that too.
You know, this is the movie that I always go to.
But a lot of people don't know that. And him as Chucky over what? Fucking 30 years or some shit? More?
Yeah.
That was like 7 movies. Jeez.
Has he been to every Chucky?
Oh, he's Chucky in everything. He is like, if they need Chucky, they call in Brad. Hey, come do this shit.
Nice.
We got Chucky voice lines in a video game. Come do this shit.
Probably pretty easy money because, I mean, just voice acting, you know? Like,
Yeah.
just get in the booth and read lines.
Get in there and yell at a microphone.
I'll give this movie extra points for like creativity. Like, it's not like just a fucking guy in a mask, right? It plays on the weirdness of dolls, like you were saying before, like those creepy buddy dolls or whatever.
Yeah, that creepy
my buddy
uncanny valley that you already have about these dolls, you know, that were big and popular like in the 80s.
Oh. But yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I thought he would be more sinister. Like he like befriends the kids right in the beginning there, and it's like, I guess, tell him his fucking life story. He tells him his real name and shit.
Yeah.
And the kid's like, "It's Chelsea Ray." He's like, "All right, quit making up shit, kid." Like,
yeah,
that's another trope. Is like in these movies, kids are not believed. It happens again at least 2 times I can think of right now, where the children are dismissed and it goes bad for them.
Yeah, definitely. No such thing as the boogeyman. Shows what you know, bitch. All right, so this movie's up against Hellraiser. So let's take a look at the trailer and see how it stacks up. Hellraiser.
I have seen the future of horror. His name is Clive Barker. Hellraiser. Beyond any terror you have imagined. A nightmare.
No.
Unlike anything you have witnessed. Is born. Because within these walls, the unholy is unleashed.
It's just some regular ass house.
These walls.
It's like the same house from The Craft.
Oh no, a demon pincushion. Look out.
Coming soon to a theater near you. Hellraiser. So this is one that I actually had seen previously. And I fucking love this movie. Like straight up. This movie is great. Like you can tell that a lot of care went into the making of this movie. Like it's a great story. It's got great direction. Um Hell, even the editing is good. I love how the Cenobites are not like overdone. They're not even like the center of the story. They're just kind of like an
They're a
accessory.
consequence.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And the sequels just kind of just ruined it. And I mean, I get it. Everybody loves seeing the Cenobites, but sometimes less is more. Like, I don't know. Let's see.
Well, it definitely had a good story. Aside from the horror.
And I'm sorry, the line, "The box, you opened it, we came," always makes me laugh. Because like I can't help it. That some part of my brain will be fucking 15 forever. Because
How dare you?
how dare I?
But no, this movie is awesome. It is just a general, like, it's pretty spooky. But it's not really like a scary movie. It's just kind of like a badass, like, creepy movie.
It's supposed to be more disturbing than scary.
Yeah. I guess maybe I love Clive Barker. I need to read more. I should probably read some of his books and stuff like that because I just love the ideas of this story. This story was kind of inspired by Clive Barker. Like apparently his dad like went away somewhere and came back with like a puzzle box like from somewhere in East Asia, and it like sort of fascinated him. And it's also kind of inspired by this guy from the 1700s, the Marquis de Sade, who was like this French nobleman, revolutionary politician, philosopher, and writer, famous for his literary depictions of libertine sexuality. Best known for his erotic works, combined philosophical discourse with pornography, depicting sexual fantasies, emphasis on violence, suffering, sodomy, crime, and blasphemy against Christianity.
All good things. All good things.
There were some other things that I left out of that list that are not so good. I left them out of the list on purpose.
Can't say that online.
Yeah, just not even going there. Yeah, he was like obsessed with like acts of sexual cruelty and like he would go on to inspire a character from later Hellraiser movies when they go back in time and show like the person who created the puzzle box, which is called the lamentation configuration or the lament configuration. That's what it is. I guess they decided they couldn't have a rhyme. Rhyming seems too cutesy. So they just called it the lament configuration. But there's a whole lot of badass lore. Even in this first movie, like they start going crazy in the later movies, talking about like the origin of Pinhead and all this dumb stuff. And like, I don't know. I just feel like it's a little bit too on the nose and try-hardy. The part of what I love about this first movie is how kind of, what's the word? Subtle everything is, like you don't have to spell everything out for everybody. I feel like that sort of takes away from some of the magic, Yeah, it's kind of authentic and natural, yeah. Let me just take a look in chat here. Weave World and Great and Secret show are okay.
Do we think that Frank's voice was dubbed over?
There were definitely some voices dubbed on this because there was like a lot of it's like a British production, right? And then they kind of like play with it, like, well, we can't really have it set there. We should have it set in America, seemingly. Like, so like the guy, like the love interest of like the daughter or whatever, I'm pretty sure was dubbed over, and they might have dubbed Frank too,
because his voice is really like over here,
kind of
and everything
removed
else is
from
over
him.
here.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
It almost seems like they might have a different guy in the suit than the guy that plays him. That'd be something to look at.
Yeah. I don't know if Doug Bradley is an English guy. Probably. He's the guy that plays Pinhead.
probably.
Yeah,
Probably.
in the cast, there's Frank and Frank the Monster. So I don't think that Frank is the one giving Frank the voice. Frank the Monster is probably the voice.
Yeah. No, you're probably right.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I thought it was a pretty good movie dealing with like there's a lot of all the family issues going on within there. It's like kind of like real life. I don't know, not quite horrors or whatever, but shit you would be scared of, and
Like
then
traumas, yeah.
yeah, and then they go into like straight up gore and shit later on, and show you all the. Yeah, but it's not that. It's not. I guess it's decently scary, but not the scariest movie. Like
I love the idea of the Cenobites not being like explicitly evil, like they're just sort of these like adventurers almost, like they're these explorers from the outer reaches of experience, like they've reached for so much physical pleasure that it's bled over into pain to the point to where there's no more distinction between them. And like, I don't know, that's just creepy, that's creepy in the way that like H.R. Geiger's like alien depictions are like like kind of sexual. There's something about the human brain with like fear, uncomfortableness, and sexuality. Like those streams just cross a lot for us. So yeah, man. Good shit. Love Hellraiser.
But what do you think about it versus Child's Play?
It's a tough one for me. I love both these movies, honestly. But I just feel like Hellraiser is a little bit more of, I don't know how to put it. Hellraiser is a little bit more sophisticated, I guess.
Yeah, it's more like psychological horror.
yeah.
Yeah, it was like Child's Play is a VHS and Hellraiser is a Betamax.
Yeah.
That reminds me of another movie called Death Spa. When there's a line, That's a very dated line.
And Nightmare on Elm Street was a cassette tape.
That's a laser disc.
Not sophisticated at all.
Well, I think I'm gonna go Hellraiser. I think Hellraiser is just a cut above all these movies, honestly. I feel like it's just made different, you know. It's just different, just built different.
Yeah, it seems real different because like the killer on this is like the lady, right? She's
Right.
like the killer, and we know exactly why she's doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe it's explored in the sequels or whatever. But like, what was her fucking infatuation with Frank? Like, he was just like too much of a stud, just a sex bomb. Frank, she was like, "Gotta get me some of that."
She was married to Frank's brother,
Yeah,
and they had an affair. So there was this like,
on like
Those
their
are
wedding day.
flashbacks.
yeah,
Those
there was
aren't fantasy.
right.
Yeah.
So she had this like forbidden fruit kind of infatuation for him.
but from the jump, she'll do anything from him. She'll like, "I'll do anything for you," and like, even
Yeah, I'm gonna kill, you
And
know,
he's like,
yeah.
"Hey, bitch, you remember that? You remember what you said? Cash
Yeah.
that coupon in."
It really seems like Frank ruined her.
Mhm.
Like she was just some quiet British lady about to marry the cut up guy. And then Frank comes in and like gives her the raw dirty, something she's never had before, like the most exotic fucking.
Yeah, that
know,
forbidden exotic fucking, yeah.
So
Fucking edge play and everything.
he gives it
and
to her that
just
good. She's like,
straight
"Yeah, I'll do
ruined
whatever.
her.
Fuck it." Like,
Yeah.
Okay, Clive. I guess.
But
that's-
also at the same time, that shows how little she experienced before that.
Mm-hmm.
is Clive Barker homosexual or no? I wonder.
I don't know. Probably not.
Eli says seductively prominent men are a staple for him. So
He is?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There we go. That makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. So he's just like that. Then they should have had Juliet be like a man. They should have had this be like a gay couple, be like super forward thinking horror movie, right?
Yeah. That's probably he might have wanted to, but that's probably a studio decision.
No one would fund that and
pump the brakes there.
He can't be gay.
Can't be gay. This is 1987.
So maybe I think he was like writing for a man when he wrote Julia. Like that's like my one little issue with it. I would believe it more, I guess, if it was like a
but
dude.
At the same time, I dig her character being like a Black Widow. You know, like she goes on like whatever the Tinder of 1987 is, and like attracts all these
the
guys.
telephone.
She goes to the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Goes
she
to the bar.
Yeah, probably putting out newspaper ads and the classifieds. Like,
I mean,
mean,
it works
hey.
enough.
hey, it
I
works.
mean, all she's got to do is go to the bar, and then the first asshole that hits on her wrong just come on to the house, bro.
Yeah,
Come on to the house.
Well, I mean,
SWF, DTF,
it just smacked of like men writing women to me.
24/7.
Which I guess it was. So, which is fine.
Yeah.
It's whatever.
Yeah, it's fine.
This is kind of a tough one. Child's Play. In Child's Play, I was distracted by like the mom is the mom from fucking Seventh Heaven. If any other good little church kids out there.
Oh, is that what?
Seventh
Okay,
Heaven?
I knew she looked familiar.
That big-eyed lady,
Knew it. Yeah. She's like doe-eyed. Yeah.
Catherine Hendricks or whatever her name is.
Okay.
And she's like, she plays like
She's a
so
hot
good at like
mom.
the bitch mom. She's like,
She's a hot mom.
Andy, quit lying and whatever. You know, she's like too good at.
Are you smoking weed?
Hey, are you gay?
Yes.
You're out of here.
Are you gay?
You're out. Get out of my house. That's a scene from Seventh Heaven, probably.
I've always been a
Probably.
sucker for depictions of hell. I don't know what it is, but I have an infatuation with hell
curiosity,
and
bro.
depictions of it. Yeah,
Because they put
Oh,
that
yeah.
shit in your brain as a child, and you're like, what is that like?
because it's supposed to be something that's outside of human imagining. So, like, imagining it is fun. That's why I love like Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. You know, they got that depiction of hell.
That's
Obviously,
real.
Hellraiser. Hieronymus Bosch, his artwork, you know, the massive like 12-foot by 20-foot paintings that are just these immaculate, crazy depictions of hell.
How did
Love
you
it.
feel about the depictions of hell in Bigger, Longer, Uncut?
They're okay. They're fun. They're fun. They're fun. That's why I don't hate Little Nicky, because we got depictions of hell. You know, Hitler getting pineapple up the butt.
I'm about to say, you just like the idea of shoving a pineapple up Hitler's ass.
You know,
I like that guy with the teddies on his head, with the head bro.
you know, that always reminds me of not Clive Barker, but
Clive Owen.
Dracula.
Isn't that Kevin
Oh.
Nealon?
I think probably.
Yeah, it is
Kevin
Kevin
Nealon
Nealon.
gets the boobs on his head.
Is it Kevin Nealon or is it that other guy that's always in those fucking?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't
See,
know.
we got
I
to do
don't know.
that Prince of Darkness.
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
well,
we
we'll
gotta
come
do
back.
hell
We'll
movies.
come back
Yeah,
for
we'll
this.
come back. Just a reminder, everybody, to click that link in the chat. That is going to be where you cast your votes. It's Child's Play versus Hellraiser. We want to know what you like better. What's the better movie in your opinion? So click that link, cast your vote, get them in there. I'm going Hellraiser. I've cast my vote. I'm locked
Yeah.
in.
It's just a little bit better.
Yeah,
You know.
definitely going Hellraiser.
Child's
Hell-
Play is fun.
Child's Play is great. You know, honestly, Child's Play would beat a lot of these other movies in my book. But
It's more creative than the basic, a lot of the more basic ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
And but yeah, for
Have
this
you guys
matchup,
seen that new doll movie that's coming out called Megan?
no,
No.
Oh yeah, my coworkers are freaking out over that one.
yeah, people love dolls. There's been a lot of doll movies. There's that Annabelle movie that came out over the past decade.
yeah.
What was that one with the little boy? Can't think of it.
Mhm.
But guess what?
What, the Indian in the cupboard?
Yeah, scariest movie.
That's racist.
Whoa,
The
that's
Native
the name
American
of the
and-
movie.
They're
Racist name
called,
of the movie.
They're called
Racist name of
cabinets,
the racist
sir.
movie. They're called
They're cabinets. Excuse me. Excuse you.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
It's called the pantry.
All right, I'll go Hellraiser too for this vote.
All right, I'm
My
Hellraiser.
man.
Justin's Hellraiser. Argo, you Hellraiser.
Yeah.
Eric, what about you?
Hellraiser.
All right, let's see what chat has to say. Chat. Whoa, Fairy Okinawa subscribed to tier 1.
Mhm.
Appreciate that. Happy
see you.
resub day. 8
see you.
months. We love you. That's my heart.
Oh, another vote for Hellraiser. There you go. So Hellraiser's going to take this from the chat vote. It's what?
Yeah.
3, pretty much
Yeah,
to
It's
1.
two. It's 2 to
Yeah.
1 in the and then 1 in the chat will count. Yeah, so 3 to 1 Hellraiser, and Hellraiser swept the panel, so it's gonna be Hellraiser. You know what? I feel good about it. Hellraiser is a phenomenal movie. 4, 5.
Exactly. Like the physics just don't work for Child's Play. Like that doll weighs like what, 2 pounds, and he's exerting like a lot of force on a lot of different things, bro.
You know,
He's
Where you
also
get that
bleeding.
mass?
he's also bleeding. So
Well, I
Yeah,
get the bleeding because like the longer he spends in the body, the more human it becomes. Like they establish that, but
Mhm.
they don't establish like the physics behind like
Yeah, he
having a
weighs-
man's strength in this little plastic like 3 foot body. You know, like I don't know. It's not. I'm not to hate on Child's Play, and like I'm showing. I got mad love. I cast an informed, ignorant vote. That's okay. That's okay. We appreciate all votes. Yeah.
I like how the doll slowly starts looking like him.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Liddell's hairline
Yeah.
just dives back. That's the creepiest
It-
part. It's like, no, he's aging
Subtly-
rapidly. Hmm.
Justin, I think you unmuted in Discord somehow.
My bad.
But yeah, no, the way that the doll subtly gets creepier as the movie goes is a huge bonus in my book. Absolutely.
And they had a little person play as the doll for sure, because there's some like when he's going up the stairs and the kid's in the room like he's coming to kill me. It's definitely a human
Mhm.
playing as the doll. And that just whenever they have a human that can get in there and be the doll, that's just like extra creepy.
Yeah, I was wondering about that for some scenes, especially when he approaches the voodoo guy and he walks in the window and he like walks on the counter and sits down. I was like, is this puppetry? Like, I wonder what they're doing with this one. That's interesting.
And when he's on fire, that's great scene.
Oh yeah, great
Mhm.
scene. Good stuff. Good stuff. But we already voted, so we'll see you again in the losers bracket. There, Child's Play, gone but not forgotten. Our next bracket is going to be Halloween versus Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Not gonna lie, an easy one for me. But let's take a look at the trailer for
Grandpa.
Halloween. Whoa! Put your kids to bed.
Hold up now. We got the Red Band 78.
Red Band 78. You know we ain't fucking around.
15 years ago. Michael?
Yeah, Eli, we were talking about that earlier. How like the majority of these movies take place in the American Midwest.
That's where fucked up shit happens.
At least they're supposed to.
Oh, there's that drunk motherfucker.
All of this was shot in Southern California.
Oh, that's right. But it takes place in Haddonfield, Illinois.
Yeah.
Illinois. Nice.
Illinois.
This makes me laugh. Cruising Michael Myers, just driving.
Isn't that Devon Grant?
Michael Myers wearing the ghost sheet.
I love that scene, dude.
Isn't that Devon Grant?
Isn't that Devon Grant? He's cute. I love that. He's in the background. He just like appears. They bring the light up on him. Beautiful scene. The Scream Queen, baby. God, Jamie Lee is a fucking babe.
Right?
She's wearing the fuck out of them pants, boy. I know I'm being a stereotypical male right now, but
What is Clive Barker writing these lines for you, bro? Mm. Now you muted.
You're muted, Jeremy.
Thank you. What I was saying was Halloween is one of my favorites of all time. Fairy Okinawa says, "Is the poll not being done here on Twitch anymore?" No, we are experimenting with a third-party voting app. So we're gonna have a link. That link is right there. Click on that link and cast your vote. We were getting a little bit annoyed with Twitch voting because there's like a imposed time limit, and because of the format of our ramblings and meanderings,
Yeah,
our
we're some
time limit.
verbose motherfuckers.
Yeah, we're some verbose motherfuckers.
I don't like shutting up.
Can't shut me up.
Can't stop. Won't stop.
Won't.
So yeah, that poll will be up there.
So click on that link and cast that vote. Should just be a couple, just one extra click for you. Sorry for the inconvenience, but it'd be no more missing the poll. And the poll didn't always work for everybody. You know, we had numerous problems with the poll, but hopefully this will be a good solution. But Halloween, it's got the name right there on it. What a brilliant idea. Way to just slap it. Way to just print money, boy. Just name the movie Halloween, and you got a payday at least once a year, dude. Every single year. It's just money, 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 money. Yeah, I love John Carpenter. Honestly, he made some of my favorite movies. Just overall.
Around here, we call him John Bars Carpenter.
DJ
He drops
John.
the beats. DJ John in the house on the ones and twos.
He's like, y'all ready to party? Dun, 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 dun.
Bum.
He did be
Everybody's
loving his
like-
music.
Everybody's like, yeah, that's great.
Oh yeah, John.
That's a great point to bring up because the music is probably the first thing you'll notice in this movie.
Mhm.
It's front and center and loud, and it's
Yeah.
constant.
And something I mentioned earlier, if you asked John Carpenter, he would probably identify first as a musician and then as a filmmaker. I don't know the guy. I could be totally wrong, but I'd be willing to bet. Because I'm pretty sure he started with music and he's doing music now that he's done making movies. Like he's literally on tour in a band with his sons and stuff like that, just making a bunch of weird John Carpenter music.
Isn't
And-
Trent Reznor involved in that?
I think he is touring with Trent Reznor. I don't know if he's in the band. I think they're touring together. They're two different acts on the same show, same ticket. But
Man, Trent Reznor doing John Carpenter movie music would be awesome.
man,
Exists.
it's out there.
Yeah, we see Hellion.
Can anyone
Hellion
Hellion
Unreal.
Unreal? Yes. Sorry, I've been neglecting the chat. My bad. That's something I was thinking about. I'm too excited. I'm on the Halloween spirit. I'm feeling spooky. I'm out here just running my mouth. I haven't even been reading chat. So I'm sorry.
You're like that girl on the couch. Lindsay! Lindsay!
I'm sorry.
Lindsay, I'm
sorry.
stuck in the window. And she like finally picks up the phone. She's like, yeah, she's stuck in the window.
This dumb bitch. He's like, yeah, tell me about it. I'm her boyfriend.
So, yeah, the story of Halloween is basically you got a crazy person in a mask stabbing people.
Leave his background as
That's all you
vague as
need.
you can.
That's all you need, man.
Make his background creepy, very vague.
How many
Yeah.
times has it been copied and successfully done over the years?
honestly, the mask is such a selling point. Like, yeah, that
Hey, there goes Shatner.
the painted over William Shatner mask is so insanely creepy. That simple, like understated, just like emotionless mask, like way to catch lightning in a bottle, like for real. I think, like, yes, the hockey mask is cool, but it's a little bit try hardy in my opinion. It's a little because like it looks like it's made to be spooky, and I don't know, but just that emotionless mask, just that human face
I'm about to say
mask.
it's about some uncanny valley face there too, because there's
Yeah,
like you
absolutely.
don't see eyes at all. You can't see eyes in there. It's just black holes,
Right.
and it's like
Is
this
evil.
close to looking like a person.
Black eyes of evil.
You know what I mean? It's like this close to looking like a person's face, but
Yeah.
it just doesn't.
Casey Jones. Yeah. Sam.
Yeah, see, that's what Hockey Mask does. That's what Hockey Mask does for me.
Me
Exactly.
too. Yeah.
Fucking Casey Jones.
I love Casey
Well,
Jones. Though. Don't get
speaking
me wrong.
of masks, like it worked. It worked for this movie, right? But
Mhm.
there's no way they didn't see Texas Chainsaw Massacre, right? And then like we need some creepy shit like that, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
They're
yeah.
like,
this is our second
what-
oldest movie after Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And yeah. I'm sure there was some definite influence there.
Well, it's like Texas Chainsaw Massacre is made to like, oh, here, look at this gross thing. Here, look at it, smell it. Do you want to throw up? It's meant to like gross you out.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't really scare you. It makes you more aware of like not fucking picking up hitchhikers and shit.
don't go to Texas.
Yeah, don't go to
Don't
Texas.
go to Texas.
You know,
It's
bring
more
up
the-
gas. Always.
I mean,
stop for
it's more
gas,
supposed to
you
be
know?
the make you wonder who the fuck's living in every abandoned fucking house back off the fucking road you see, and
But
you know what I mean? Fucking, it's supposed
Halloween
to be
was-
creepy, not so much scary. There's a lot of
it's more of a gross out than a scare you, and Halloween was meant to scare you.
And Halloween was like the original, like slow stalking creeper with a knife. You know, like I mean, Friday the 13th basically just ripped it off, like pure and simple. In the later editions, that is.
yeah.
Like,
Not to say 2 and 3 and whatnot.
yeah. I think, yeah. Anyway,
When they decided they had to bring Jason back for whatever reason.
yeah.
It worked for Halloween, so they're like, "Fuck it,
Fuck it.
play that same song, DJ
Well,
John."
From what I remember reading, Halloween 1 and 2 were both basically filmed as one movie. And that's why 3 was where shit changed. And it was supposed to continue changing from there, but everybody threw absolute fucking fits about Halloween 3.
Next major slasher after Psycho. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. And I got some definite Psycho vibes from the first Friday the 13th. We'll get into that later when we're talking Friday the 13th. But yeah, big time Psycho vibes there. When it turns out it's the mom the whole time, that sort of thing.
Mhm.
Like, yeah.
Halloween
Death
was
curse on him.
a good example of making the most out of what you don't have.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like literally just the movie speaks for itself because that's literally all they could do was what you see.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Like there's no tricks.
Part of what I love about the Halloween series, and it doesn't so much come up in this first movie, but as the series goes on, what I love about it is it's kind of a Captain Ahab story where our Dr. Loomis becomes like a Captain Ahab and Michael is kind of Moby Dick. And he starts Loomis starts losing his mind, like breaking down about, chasing this white whale, if you will. that is
Mhm.
Michael Myers, and that whole story is, compelling to me. But
Well, yeah, no, I'm glad they went back to that.
yeah, rewatching Halloween again, there's precious little of our Dr. Loomis in this movie. Like, he's in the movie so little, and I just felt myself like hungry at the end. Like, where's my Loomis? I shot him 6 times.
You gotta watch the second movie for that.
You gotta want, yeah.
I liked that part. I found the Dr. Loomis character who kind of knew everything. Like, he knew who Michael was and what he was capable of, and he was laying it out for the audience. I like that part instead of just being like, "Oh, super mysterious, spooky guy." Like, I kind of like I like that we knew what we were dealing with as the audience.
Got a little bit of background, a little bit of childhood knowledge.
Yeah, and then, like, they show him as a kid, and like he's just pure evil. He's just murdering McGee, just straight up murdering for murdering's sake.
Another thing I loved about this movie is it's super like grounded in reality for the most part. There's no like, oh, how did he basically teleport over there? That I remember, like, no, like, I don't know, cheapness in his.
There is the how does he get up and keep coming after being stabbed in the chest repeatedly with a fucking knitting needle? But
Well, yeah,
Because a knitting needle is only this big around.
yeah.
missed all the vitals, just really hurt.
Yeah.
It's notoriously hard to kill somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, it is.
unless you do it just right.
I mean, except for the victims, right?
But
The victims.
it is both. It is both shockingly hard and surprisingly easy for a person to become unalived.
Yeah.
Yeah. The budget on this movie, we watched the documentary the other day. It was like $300,000 in 78, which is still a lot of money, but like, that was it.
Hey, we got a first time chatter.
Yeah, big welcome to our first time chatter, Dawn of Mantis podcast. Welcome. Halloween sets a weird, unsettling mood at the beginning, and it holds it. Kind of hard to put into words. Unique feel for sure among horror flicks. Absolutely. And I use this phrase a lot, but I'm going to do it again. They managed to catch lightning in a bottle. Like they really did. Like,
yeah, that lucky schmuck.
If you list all the parts, it doesn't seem to add up, but it really does become greater than the sum of its parts for sure. Halloween.
Who was the name of the guy who was like, I came up with it. It was all in my head.
Oh, that guy. Yeah. I can't remember his name.
What a schmuck.
Let me look through chat here. Make sure I'm not neglecting anybody. I feel extra bad. Hellion and Real got me feeling bad.
These people are trying to cheat the vote. There's unique IPs. I'm on you all over there.
We're on to you. Yeah.
I don't think I can turn that off.
The veneer of science versus evil. Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, it's like not supernatural, but it is. There's no real excuse for it. Bruce Photography says, "Damn," probably remarking on the Dawn of Mantis podcast remark.
I think she was remarking that on this, so she can't vote twice on the same IP.
You better log the heck in. Oh yeah.
But another thing that I found super refreshing about this list, just maybe because it's just like the OGs, there's no like cheap ass like jump scares, and like I don't think any of these movies that I can remember.
Now,
yeah,
I won't say it's not cheap, but there's definitely some jump scares in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like when dude walks through the front door and goes, hello, and pokes his head through there, and then he gets whopped in the head with a fucking hammer and drug through the door and closed.
I mean, there's
let's
not
get
like
into it.
It's not a cut, and it's not a weird noise to scare you, to startle you.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not like a superimposed like scream over the top of it, like a loud noise to make you jump in your seat like they do in modern movies. Yeah.
I guess that's what you meant by cheap jump scare.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am logged in. Babe, are you going to the link? Are you able to vote in the link? Because we're
It's
not doing a Twitch vote anymore.
It's an IP thing. They're on the same Wi-Fi. If she goes on mobile, she can probably vote with a different IP address. But since they're on the same Wi-Fi, which I don't think I can turn that off.
What? That's pretty weak.
That way
Otherwise-
you can't.
Otherwise, people can
blast
just
the
go click
vote.
on it. Yeah. Otherwise, people just be clicking it. Click, 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 click.
Otherwise, people could just be.
Yeah, but that's that.
Spamming
Okay.
the vote.
I'm very sorry. Well,
There's
you know,
no perfect
we're-
voting.
We're
Democracy be hard.
experimenting. Yeah, we're experimenting with this new thing. So let me see
But-
what we got. Let's take a look here.
She could type it. She's a reliable source.
Yeah,
Hey,
you're verified.
as long as you're logged into Twitch on your phone, I'll take it. We just
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Halloween. Everybody knows it. Everybody loves it. It's the OG.
Yeah,
It's good.
it's great. So let's take a look at the trailer for Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
What
Texas
happened
Grandpa
was true.
Massacre.
Get him, Grandpa!
Yeah, it's so
Get
funny.
him, Grandpa!
He like stumbles up that runway and just like boom, Leatherface.
That room right there.
The most bizarre and brutal series of crimes in America.
Now, granted, there wasn't any people bones. Well, that girl got a set of lungs on her now.
Yeah, talking about scream queens. There's a lot of screaming in this one. A whole lot.
The main girl?
All the damn movie is.
Yeah.
The whole dinner scene is just a bunch of hooting and hollering and carrying on.
Sally, I hear something. Stop! Stop!
Man. I'm
I've
sorry,
never
I
been
was so happy
happier to
when he
see
died.
Just as real.
Hey, I've never been so happier to see someone die.
That motherfucker died and
Just as
everybody's like,
close.
Put him out of his misery.
Just as terrifying
All he did was
as
complain.
being there.
This guy has got to be related to the
Even if one of them
Francos.
survives.
That guy with like the port
The
wine
Texas
standing on his
Chainsaw
face.
Massacre. After you stop screaming, you'll start
like-
talking about it.
He looks like James Franco.
Okay. Question. When they put her finger in his mouth, is he eating her finger or is he just sucking on her finger?
he's
just
sucking the
on it.
blood.
Yeah.
They stabbed her finger with the knife and stuck it in her mouth, stuck it in his mouth, bleeding.
I thought he was eating the finger, and that was more cringe to me than just sucking on it.
Nah, he was sucking the blood out of it.
Yeah.
See, that detracts.
And that's points off for that. No.
Now, this is probably an unpopular opinion, but
Kill the bitch.
this might be my least favorite movie of the night. Like, I can definitely give it props for what it did. Being the first, like pioneering, absolutely. It was the first to do that, like documentary style, like based on a true story, even though it wasn't thing. Like that added a lot of credence to it in its time. It's very atmospheric and suspenseful, but it just didn't do it for me personally. I like the second one a whole lot more. It's a whole lot sillier and over the top. The second Chainsaw Massacre is kind of like the equivalent of Gremlins 2. It's just more like slapstick and and just more fun.
Mm.
Yeah,
I like this movie a lot.
It just reminds me of how much I never want to go to Texas.
Yeah,
If you go to Texas, this is what happens to your rights. What happens to these kids?
Don't
All
go to
right.
Texas.
Yeah.
Don't pick up hitchhikers, and you're good.
I've seen this movie. Isn't this movie like? Isn't like Leatherface kind of like supposed to be like based on Ed Gein kind of deal?
Kinda.
He's wearing like people's body
Kind of,
parts
yeah.
and shit, and they
Yeah.
like the brothers dig up graves and shit. There's all kind of news reports about grave robbing in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and the oldest brother gets on the fucking Weinstein brothers' ass about it because he's like, "You gotta quit digging up them damn graves. You're gonna get us caught."
Yeah. And the second movie gets into it more, but this family has like a sausage, like a family run. Here in our hometown, we have a little family run farm that makes like world renowned sausages, and it's called Bradley's Sausages. And they have Bradley's Farm out there off of Bradley's Pond, and I'm convinced they're people now.
The Soylent
But this-
sausage, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, their barbecue place was real damn hip.
Yeah, they have like a sausage and barbecue joint in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and everybody loves it. But the secret is, it's people, not people, people.
Yeah, that black cattle skull up yonder, that's from a Texas fucking slaughterhouse, and you probably can't see it, but there's a stone set in the middle of the forehead, and that's covering up the hole from the gun.
Oh, yeah. They get into that in the movie too.
Yeah.
So the movie's kind of like a slow burn, also known as a slog.
Got him.
You got a bunch of just insufferable characters. Like, I don't know. I guess you're supposed to hate them, so you're not supposed to know how they feel when they die. But like, every single one of the people in the build up to this movie just suck. They
Real
only
bad.
seem okay when you compare them to the Texas natives that they find, and you're like, well, maybe they're not so bad after all. Like, just stay the fuck out of Texas. And it just goes and goes, and you get this whiny guy in a wheelchair, and like you feel for him, because like he's probably had a real rough life, being forgotten and all that, but he's just insufferable, and I hate him. And
Nah, man, you seen that dude that literally has like no bottom half, and he's like ripped on the top half?
oh yeah,
Yeah,
that first
so-
guy to die or whatever.
No. Like in real life, there's this guy that has literally no bottom half, but he's like jacked on the top half. walks around
Oh,
On his hands, he's like, "You want to fight, bro? You want to fight?"
that TikTok guy.
I don't know. I've seen it.
Oh yeah.
We're not shitting on all wheelchair people here, but this guy.
I'm just saying. This guy, he's just complains the whole time.
Yeah.
You want him to die.
Yeah.
Like from
And-
Jump Street.
Everybody in this movie is either forgettable or you hate them. Like
He could have
like
done
the only
something better
likable
with his
character
life.
in the entire movie is Leatherface because he doesn't say anything. He's kind of got this like almost cute, like childlike, animalistic, like demeanor. Like
Oh yeah, he's got a very immature body language.
yeah, there's almost like an innocence about him, which I can say it lends to the creepiness of the movie.
Yeah.
Because anything that crosses those wires in your brain between like good things and bad things, like that's where that uncanny valley comes from. That's where the goosebumps come from.
Yeah,
Mhm.
this is why inbreeding is illegal.
Yeah.
I'm saying just imagine those the Leatherface and freaking Scarface brother don't understand that what they're doing is wrong.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I
Leatherface
mean?
certainly doesn't.
Yeah,
Like he's
Leatherface
just doing
definitely doesn't.
he's doing right by his family. This is the
Mhm.
only thing he knows.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that sort of like dichotomy, I guess. What am I thinking of? Incongruity in that causes that creepiness in your brain. But other than that, this movie is just kind of a
It's light on the story. Double
First
hoping
is-
screaming.
yeah. At first, it's real slow. Nothing's happening for a long time, and then it get that dinner scene where everybody's just screaming, just a ruckus, and
And Uncle is like
yeah.
looking around with a psycho peepers. He don't actually want to kill nobody.
Yeah. Kill the bitch. Kill the bitch.
yeah.
Hit her, Grandpa. Hit her, bitch.
He's a real creepy character as well because he goes
Mhm.
he does this like switching between this like down homey, it's like Southern Comfort personality, and then he'll like switch over, like you see him because he's like, now I don't want to do no killing now. I'm like la la la, and then as everybody's freaking out screaming, you see him like
Snap over.
and he's like that grin kind of creeps across his face, and like, and that's what I've come to expect from Texas. I'm not going. So I don't know. I don't want to just like drag the whole movie through the mud. I know a lot of people will like this movie a lot, but I'll take the sequel any day. Sequel just seems like much more of a better movie. I get what they're trying to do. This one's almost kind of like an art house horror of its time. It was doing something very deliberate, but it just didn't work for me. Is what it is.
I think it was just scary, quote unquote, at the time because the world was different and you would just pick up a fucking hitchhiker.
Right.
Nowadays, if there even is one, would you pick him up just from jump? Hell no. You don't. You just don't.
No way. No way.
Hell no. Hell no.
Because of movies like this. This is the second movie that's got bad hitchhiker outcomes in it.
Yeah. In the 70s were like the heyday of the serial killer in real life, like
That's why hitchhiking stopped.
yeah. Like there's all manner of hitchhiking serial killers. Like it was like a thing, either one way or the other. Either you were the one, they were the one hitchhiking, or they were the one picking up hitchhikers and killing them. Like
between all the serial killers in the 70s and all the kidnappers in the 80s, fucking hitchhiking just ground to a fucking halt.
Yeah.
So I think we got a clear winner here. We want to get our vote going here.
Just a reminder, Chad, if you haven't already, click on that link that is posted by Film Heat and select your vote. We're going to go ahead and tally our votes. I'm going to Halloween. Pretty easy.
Definitely. Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
I think we know which one Argo's going for.
I
His
mean,
background.
I've been a stan for 22 years.
Yeah, years and years. He's the one that got me into it.
25 years.
Over a decade ago. He was the one that introduced me to the world of Halloween.
Because like only one of these movies on this list actually gave me nightmares as a child. So
we can't even know the number of deaths from hitchhiking. Unsolved murders wouldn't add to that stat. Yeah,
I remember that show, Unsolved Mysteries.
Oh yeah,
the best.
The best.
Make you just want to stay inside and lock
That's
the door.
creepy. Yeah.
Robert,
or in my case,
don't trust anybody.
Continue staying inside. Eric, what about you?
I mean, I've got massive piles of bones hanging from the wall behind me. And Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Aren't you from Texas? You're biased. You're biased.
I'm not from Texas. I'm that close to it, but no, they got me to Florida before labor set in.
All right, now see here, chat. Y'all
Missed it
done
by that
tied up the
much.
vote.
Missed it by that much.
Listen,
Yeah, no,
what,
look at 'em.
what am I supposed to do with this tied up chat vote?
This is the 74 Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This is not Rob Zombie, y'all. All right.
Yeah, this is not Rob Zombie. It's not the 2003, I think, remake.
Yeah, something like that.
Because they did like the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre or something like that. I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
I actually like Halloween 2. Beyond
Halloween
that,
2
it
is
turns
good.
into a shit show. Yeah, it's
No.
directly connected to the first one. They
Yeah.
might get a little wonky, but fuck it. It's
I'm saying
it,
I'm pretty sure
it checks out.
I'm pretty sure they filmed the two of them almost at the same time.
No.
I don't mean like congruently. I mean it was they were both the movies were made and filmed within a relatively short time
Because
span.
they filmed the movie and then that schmuck guy had to like pass it around to all of these different theaters before it could actually get a good showing.
Yeah.
It was like a word of mouth thing.
All right. So the chat vote is tied. So I'm just going to go ahead and split that, which isn't going to change the output. Halloween is moving forward in the bracket, sending Texas Chainsaw Massacre to the losers round, but it is not gone forever. We will see it again in the losers bracket. All right. That's going to conclude round number 1. Hellraiser's beating Child's Play 5-0, and Halloween is beating Texas Chainsaw Massacre 4-2. So we're going to take a quick little break and be right back. So stick with this chat, and we'll be back for round 2 of our horror icons movie bracket. Stick with us.
All right.
Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight on Film Heat Live. Talking horror movie icons, the big ones. You know them, you love them.
The old school Big Six.
That's right.
Yeah, boy. Still
So-
got the Be Right Back banner up.
Yeah.
Or-
That's okay. Enjoying a tasty beverage this evening. Celebrating Halloween. Boy, I love Halloween, let me tell you. I'm a newer adopter of the Halloween spirit. I never really gave a shit as a kid. And like, sure, it was fun. I would do the dress up in Halloween, trick or treating, la. But I've never been into horror movies too much. I've been a bit of a what they call a lame ass my whole life. But so I'm alive. I'm a new adopter to life. So thank you all so much for helping me realize the joys of life. Let's move into round number 2. We're looking at Nightmare on Elm Street versus Hellraiser. So let's just jump straight into this trailer for Nightmare on Elm Street. Wait for it.
Wait for it. Close your eyes. Okay, now open them.
The kids of Elm Street don't know it yet, but something is coming to get them.
There's something out there, isn't there?
There's always something out there.
You just see cuts happen.
What did that, Lieutenant?
It's funny. Yeah, it's funny how all these like heavy hitter actors, like seeing them get their start in these old school slashers.
Mhm.
Johnny Depp, Kevin Bacon, Jamie Lee Curtis.
And came out in a rubber bag.
No one knows where it came from or who it will visit next.
Nancy, there's something wrong with you. You're imagining.
They also have
Nightmare.
all like old established actors as well,
Whatever you do.
Yeah,
playing
Yeah,
like
these
a
movies-
cop or a doctor
Yeah.
or a
it's like a Hollywood passing the torch. These movies.
She's the only one who can stop it. If she fails,
I'm your boyfriend.
That scene is so funny. And he's walking with the comically large arms. Just makes me think of like Beetlejuice when he rolls out his like
Yeah.
long arms and the.
from Wes Craven, director of The Hills Have Eyes and Last House on the Left, a new masterpiece in fantasy terror, Nightmare on Elm Street.
I didn't know Wes Craven did Last House on the Left. This is a distinctly more fun horror movie than Last House on the Left.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you've seen Last House on the Left, that's a heavy flick.
Yeah, it is.
that's not a horror movie.
I mean, it's horrific.
Yeah, it's
It is
Or
not
just
a fun movie.
shock and awe.
Yeah. It's almost a fun movie. Man, we'll talk
Almost.
about Last House on the Left soon.
It's a different kind of fun, I guess.
Well, the second half of the movie is like a revenge flick.
Yeah.
There's good times with the microwave.
Yeah. I forgot about the microwave.
Is that the remake? Is that also in the original?
It might have been in the remake. I don't know if that was in the original.
I'm about to say I don't think that was in the original, but man, the microwave.
Yeah. But Nightmare on Elm Street. So this is another one of those I watched for the first time this week. I've seen some of the sequels, but I've never seen this first one until this week. And I really feel like I kind of missed the boat, maybe. Like, I feel like I should have seen this earlier. Like, I feel like as a little kid, this might have scared the bejesus out of you. 'Cause
Mhm.
one of those things where the scariness comes from like there is no escape, like everybody has to fall asleep. Everybody, part of being alive. It's something you can't escape, falling asleep. So when something gets you in your sleep, it's something you can't get away from. Like everybody has nightmares. Everybody has those dreams where you're just like you're trying to fight, but you're just like punching through mud. Like gravity's just got you. Like you can't defend yourself.
Just
In a lot of
throwing air.
dreams.
Or the oatmeal stairs.
Yeah.
Man,
but
okay. If
so
I
did
was trying to run up some stairs and the motherfuckers turned into oatmeal on me, I'd kind of freak out.
I'd just get a spoon. I love oatmeal.
Just like
fat
turn
kid
around and
style.
sit down.
Fat kid style. Make a bad dream a good dream.
You'd be like,
Hell
"Whip,
yeah, bruh.
sitting down with some oatmeal."
Mm-hmm.
It was
Yeah,
like
it's good if you miss these movies as a kid. Like these movies are not for kids. So these movies would fuck you up.
I sleep
Okay.
great.
Well, I guess we know what's wrong with me.
I saw all of these movies before I was 10.
Yeah. Pretty much.
No. Not good.
My parents were like, "Oh hell no!"
All of these, or one of the ones in the line. One of them.
My parents were like, "I'm not dealing with this kid waking up middle of the night screaming. Hell no.
Nope.
I'm sleeping through the night. Ain't showing this kid nothing."
My mother probably showed me Child's Play on purpose because we were poor.
Like, toys are bad for you.
My
Like,
mom
you don't need
tried
toys.
my mom tried her damnedest to keep me from seeing Child's Play. She
You don't want
really tried.
toys.
When I was growing up, I had a My Buddy doll.
Yeah.
And the thing, I never saw Child's Play, but even still, that My Buddy doll would creep the bejesus out of me. So every now and again, I'd get up and I'd beat the crap out of that doll. Just in case it ever decided to come alive, it would already know who not to fuck with.
Thanks, Dick. So you can go for your siblings, all right?
That was my real life like logic. I was like, I'm gonna fuck this guy up now.
Like, yeah, you want to fuck somebody up, buddy? Go for the top bunk first.
Top bunk. Yeah.
Bro, when you're kids, you probably just like put your little brother out in front, like, here you go.
That's what he did.
Oh
boy.
Man. All right. I had one of My Buddy dolls when I was real young, but I, like many things, nothing stayed around very long. But yeah, my mom really tried to keep me from seeing fucking Child's Play because of that, and I saw it anyway.
Yeah.
And she was like, "He doesn't scare you?" I was like, "It's not the same thing."
Yeah. So Nightmare on Elm Street is about there was like was this guy the pedophile or just a killer or whatever in the
He's a child
neighborhood,
killer.
and all of the fucking
they say
moms
child killer,
in the
but
neighborhood.
we know what was really up.
Oh yeah, they died
Yeah.
like Mr. style dying. Okay.
Yeah. And it's another one of those where like it's not until later in the sequels where they start to really lay out the lore behind them. But they do mention in this movie that he was a child killer and he died in a fire.
Well, the
Right.
mom says that
Well,
they
yeah,
fucking went and they killed his ass.
yeah,
Yeah, they
she's
said
one of
that-
the people. She had
Yeah.
the fucking
like,
claw.
Yeah, there was
like lynched?
he was a
Yeah.
child killer in the neighborhood, and they got him arrested. He went to court, but because somebody didn't sign the right fucking paper,
some bureaucratic error
some
somewhere.
bureaucratic bullshit, and probably some money changing hands.
I guess
He
Right.
walked free, so a bunch of the parents went and found him in a boiler room underneath a building outside of the neighborhood and fucking
Yeah.
torched the fucking place with him in the bottom of it.
Mm.
Now, what's wild about that is like the main girl on this, her dad is like the cop, right?
Mhm.
So like that was like some judicial shit done by
Yeah.
at least the wife of the
Yeah.
sheriff.
Yeah, and he
man.
knew.
Mhm.
And he knew.
Oh yeah, they were all in on it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
she had the claw
Yeah, she had the fucking glove.
in the chimney.
As somebody in
The
chat was
claw.
saying, there that it's a kind of a trope in these movies, like the close relationship to the cops. A lot of the characters in the movies have close relationships to the cops, and it doesn't help them at all.
yeah,
Right? And this is one of them. Halloween was the other one.
yep,
Mhm.
The girl that dies was like the
yep. It
daughter
just
of the cop.
lends to that helplessness feeling, you know.
There's no help.
Yeah, as if the cops
There's
are gonna do
no
anything
cops
anyway.
in Hellraiser. She's just straight up murdering people, and they never come looking for her at all.
Not even a little.
No bubbies.
It's like, what do you
Nothing.
mean? She's white.
Well, the victims were
Oh,
too. So.
cops. No help from the cops. How weird. Who could have imagined? Oh.
Hmm.
It's like there's a serial killer coming to kill you and call the cops. They just show up and shoot you.
Dude. The
But,
fact
yeah.
that almost that has happened so many times.
That has actually happened so many
But-
times.
That's
This
what
movie-
well, not serial killer, but yeah, that has
Yeah.
happened so many times.
Nightmare on Elm Street, though, this was one of my least favorites. Like the movie's fine or whatever, but it's just so fucking fantastical. It's like, yeah, it's a horrifying premise, right? Oh, not being able to fall asleep, or if you fall asleep, they get you or whatever. But
Yeah.
just not about it.
I'm with you. This movie, I didn't quite do it for me either. However, it gets extra points for most creative kills of the whole list. Like, I
Yeah.
do love how, like, you know, there's that scene where Johnny Depp is watching TV on the bed or whatever, and the bed like eats him, and it even sucks in like the TV, and then it like spits back out the blood or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, that shit is cool.
We watched the doc on that this week as well.
Yeah,
And how they did that was the spinning room. So that's
Mhm.
basically just all upside down, and then they like tilt the room to make the blood slosh around. That's fucking so
Yeah.
cool.
yeah.
And then how they suspended her like in gravity by basically spinning the room too fast for her to handle it. Like
Yeah.
no actors were harmed in the making of this movie. Possibly not.
Nah, they're fine.
Because like when they stop spinning that room and they both of those actors go up against the sides, that's real.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And she's upside down. She's like, and she like lands on her head and neck.
Yeah.
That's real.
But it's like the 80s. They're like, well, you didn't actually die, so we'll count that as a win.
Yeah.
Looking at you, Twilight Zone movie.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yikes.
How many people died in that?
2. 3?
3.
It
I
was like
thought
two
it was-
kids and Vic Morrow.
Yeah. Ugh. That's a cringe for me, dog.
So
But
Oh, some real horror. Dying at work.
Super
Yeesh.
cool.
right.
This movie is really 80s.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's almost a plus for me too. I mean, however, I say this a lot, but I'm really burnt out on the 80s aesthetic because of today's zeitgeist and how like Stranger Kids and all this shit is just like beating you over the head with 80s like remember? You remember?
And it's not even like real 80s. Like it,
Right, no, you're right. Yeah, it's just like
Yeah,
uber
fantasized
80s.
80s.
Yeah, this like super
Yes.
80s where
it's
yeah.
advertised 80s. It's like
yeah.
it's the early 90s fucking commercial of remember the late 80s.
Yeah.
Then again, depending on where you were, it really was like that.
It's that
And it had
TV 80s.
It was
That
the
ET
upper.
TV 80s. There's this meme I saw on Reddit recently that was like what people think the 80s was like, and it's got all this like 80s retro aesthetic and colors and things like that. And then the picture underneath is like what the 80s were actually like, and it's those like wood panel walls like all over the entire house that like
that's what your house looked
hollow.
like.
Yeah.
Amber
But the
colored
mall looked like the picture
Yeah.
above. If you went to the mall, that shit looked like that.
Sure.
But they still had the amber colored glass ashtray.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Even in the mall.
It's already the color of nicotine stain, so you don't have to do it.
It's one of those things where, like, even if you don't smoke anymore, you'll keep it around because it'll be a good weapon one day.
In case Freddy Krueger comes in your house.
Oh man.
I think another thing that makes him a little less scary these days is you can see the I'm having a brain fart. What's his name? You can just see the natural actor.
I know it
coming through.
As soon as you started saying
Robert England.
Yeah, Robert England.
Yeah.
He's such an adorable person.
Yeah.
He's like, he makes so many cameos and stuff now, and he's like this kindly old man now, and he just looks so damn cute as a person. I'm just not afraid of him. Like, I'm just even with the makeup and the glove, I'm just
old
like
man with a little white mohawk.
I just want his autograph when I'm watching this movie. Yeah. So maybe I missed the boat on this movie, having seen it for the first time this week. Maybe it's all flash and no sizzle, or all sizzle and no steak, or whatever the expression is. I can't think of it.
I mean, I wasn't charmed by the movie, but it wasn't like Texas Chainsaw Massacre where there's just nothing here. It was all right. It was fine. I enjoyed it enough.
I love the kills. The kills are great. I love, being that you're killed in your sleep and in your dreams. Anything goes, and they really leaned into that, and that was neat. I really dug that.
Favorite line from this movie is still when they're running up with the stretcher for Johnny Depp. And the guy's like, stretcher. You're gonna need a. You don't want a stretcher. You're gonna need a mop.
Yeah. And it wasn't until like the later sequels where Freddy adopts his like one-liners and starts saying "bitch" all the time. I'm gonna get you, bitch. You're gonna like. I can't think of any of his like, but he's got these like little catchy one-liners.
Well, yeah, this is one where the sequels just go like more in that wacky direction that you're talking about earlier. Like the kills just get more out of control, and Freddy starts like transforming into other things, like at the end of the movie where he's the car.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's super silly. And I do love, which one is it? Dream Warriors, where the kids start like they start dreaming about how they're like badasses and they're gonna like fight back.
Like Freddy starts like taking pages out of Beetlejuice's book at some point.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. They just get real silly with it. And that's why some of these movies get worse with sequels and some get better with sequels. And I might say that I think Nightmare gets better with sequels. But we'll see.
It was already kind of funny for a horror movie, and they just really leaned into it.
This is the line right there. That's my favorite line. I'm beautiful and bad. She got the switchblade. Love that one. So good,
man.
But yeah, with this being like Johnny Depp's first, introducing Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
He only got into this movie because Wes Craven's daughter thought he was a hottie.
Well, he was a hottie.
And she like stamped her foot and she was like, if you don't hire him, I'm leaving.
Daddy. If you don't bring my boyfriend, hold my breath.
She'll do it. She'll do it.
Do it. She's gonna
Hey.
pass out.
Hey, it worked out. She was ahead of her time. Johnny
Hey.
was great. Love Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Well, it was also her like doing kind of, you know, the same influencing on her father that made the female character so strong in the movie. So
There you
props
go.
up on that one,
There you go.
at least.
Oh, and my favorite scene in the whole movie, lest we forget, at the very end, you know, you think Freddy's been beaten and all is well, happily ever after. And then, like, the Freddy car comes up and she gets into it and she's getting driven away in the Freddy car. And her mom is like, "Bye, sweetie." And the Freddy arm grabs her and she turns into a dummy. Drug into the
Gets
window.
ragdolled through the window.
It literally like sucks her in
Yeah.
like a fucking vacuum.
It's just so obviously like a mannequin.
It's so good.
It's so fucking good.
It's so bad it's good.
They were talking about that in the documentary too. They were like, "Should we even use this?" And they were like, "Fuck it, throw it in.
Do it.
Like, we spent the money, put it in."
He like changes it mid cut. Like,
Yeah.
ruins his own premiere. Like, what a doofus.
Oh, so good. So, Nightmare is a lot of fun. It's just, I don't know. It's the seed of an idea that they were able to sweeten with time and sequels.
It just needed some fertilizer.
Yeah. Unlike Hellraiser, this movie's up against Hellraiser in this heat, and Hellraiser's the opposite. Like, it starts out the best, and then slowly falls off and gets worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. Yeah.
It came in a steak and got turned into candy.
And it's for that reason, since we're talking about these first iterations of these movies, that I got to go with Hellraiser.
Yeah, out of these two, I'm
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah.
Hellraiser for sure.
Just a reminder, chat, that link is in chat. Click on it and cast your vote.
Also, I think I fixed that problem they were having over there at Cap City. That should fix it.
Yeah,
I think I
find a setting.
Yeah, I found a different setting for that. So hopefully that should work.
Yeah. So everybody get in there and cast your votes. Hopefully it lets you cast a vote on the same
No cheating.
network.
I'm gonna know if you're cheating.
And that's weird because if you're on the same network, if you're on different devices, you should have a different IP address. So
You have a different MAC address, but we're talking from the same IP. But it's not nerd talk. Get out of here, nerds. I'll go talk to enough beta versus VHS.
VHS.
Hey,
enough nerd talk.
All
I'm
these
beta.
movies come
You're
from
VHS.
that. You know.
I want to watch Death Spa now.
Yeah, and this one, like, I liked Hellraiser a lot. I don't think it's the end all be all, but it's gonna win. It's gonna get my vote in this heat for sure. Hellraiser.
I love Hellraiser. I love it a lot. Yeah.
Well, for me, like I said, having seen all these movies by the time I was like 10, I think Texas Chainsaw Massacre was the first out of these I ever saw. But it and Hellraiser were the only two that actually ever scared me as a kid. Because Hellraiser was like, for a kid that young, it did not make fucking sense. You know what I mean? Like how all these things went together just did not work. And because it didn't make sense, it was even worse. Like on my brain, like I didn't understand how that stuff started happening and how it went from one thing, like the guy's body parts in the attic coming together from, you know, the murders, to, and all of a sudden the Cenobites was involved, and I was like, wait, fucking what? We did this again? Like, because
Bro, Every time I hear Cenobites, I think that's like a tasty snack at the movie theater, bro. I'm like, that sounds delicious.
Yeah.
I want with some Cenobites, bro.
I love cinnamon.
I was
I
about
love
to
the
say,
cinnamony taste of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Parents just can't see why kids love Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
I'm pretty sure there was somewhere that had like mini cinnamon rolls that they called Cinnabites, like cinnamon bites.
That's just a funny name.
About to get sued. It is a silly name. I don't understand where that came from.
Cenobites.
So what are y'all thinking? Nightmare versus Hellraiser here.
Oh, Hellraiser.
Yeah, I'm going Hellraiser for sure. Argo?
He's speechless.
I'll go Nightmare.
Let's see.
Let me see. So you go the populist among us.
Hang on, let me check the chat. Let's see what chat's doing here.
They went Nightmare.
Oh,
2-1.
I'm
That's why
actually
we're
not even looking at that shit.
So we're hemorrhaging viewers right now because they're like, "What? You don't like Nightmare? I'm out of here. Fuck these guys."
I did. Stay.
It's pretty. It's good.
Stay.
It's good.
It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good.
Baby JD. You don't got no eye loogies in this. It's great. It's fine.
Freddy Krueger.
Donald Depp.
Donald Depp dying.
And introducing young Donald Depp.
What the?
Jonathan.
Jonathan. Even better.
That's another musician type guy. He's like, don't watch my
Yeah.
movies. Check my band.
Check my band.
Johnny Bars Depp. That's what they call him.
All right. So, chat has gone Nightmare as well as Argo, and then the rest of us are going Hellraiser. 3-2, sending Hellraiser forward to the semifinals.
Hell yeah.
Up next, our final new movie of the evening, Friday the 13th. versus
Friday.
Friday.
Friday the 13th.
If only that was the 13th iteration of Friday. That should have been 13 Friday. Man. That'd be
Friday.
way better.
Because it's Friday. Oh, yeah. Throw your neighborhood in the air.
It's the second one.
There it is. Oh, all right.
Doing on this mess.
I ain't seeing too good.
Wait for it.
Wait for it.
I'm breathing down your neck.
Hello? Who's that?
It's the cameraman.
Oh, hi. What are you doing on this mess?
One.
They didn't say no pronouns out there.
There he is.
Pronoun want to give it away.
Got it.
So I guess there's two Jasons. There's like Pinky Rat Jason, and then there's like Sludgy Jason.
And then there's Jason X.
We weren't doing anything. We were just messing up.
And you can kind of get the picture of who they're talking to based on how they respond.
Yeah, it's an old lady.
You're like, oh, what are you doing out here? Oh,
But they don't say no pronouns. They're not like, howdy, ma'am.
howdy, ma'am.
That would give it away.
You can tell they're Midwestern. They got no manners.
7.
They're going to show every kill in this trailer?
Are we really going all the way to 13?
All the way.
Is this a fucking fan edit?
8.
No, that is definitely the old voice.
9. 10.
Kevin Bacon.
KB?
KB. Smoking the reefer. Don't smoke, kids. Smoking kills.
You tell me that old lady hid under that bed. You're telling me.
12.
She's spry. She still got it.
The
Beds were
13th.
made differently in the
It don't add
70s.
up. Right?
You may
It don't add
only
up.
see it once.
Because those beds wouldn't have been made in the 80s. They're definitely some old beds.
They're from the 50s,
Friday,
remember? Because that's when
the
they're
13th.
No, it was founded in like 30s. Yeah.
They're bunks though. They're not fucking.
Oh,
Dead.
well, you know what I'm saying.
How long was
You
she
know.
there? She was listening to him bang, and then like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Oh,
get
you
him.
know. You know.
Oh yeah,
She was.
She was like, "Well, I
She's
reckon if
probably
they're
down there,
I'm
like,
gonna-"
enjoying
like,
one
"Bean."
herself.
She
No,
was like,
she's
"Well,
probably.
hello, Bean."
She's like, there's probably 10 kids drowning right now. These ain't here fucking. Look at them.
Look at him. Look at him.
She was experiencing the forbidden pleasures.
Of voyeurism.
I like the idea that obviously spoilers ain't seen it. Oh well, it's been 40 years. It's the
Go
old
eat
lady.
shit.
This movie
Yeah.
feels like a fucking Scooby Doo fucking movie from like
Yeah,
1980.
very
Ma'am.
Scooby Doo. Yeah,
She's like, I would have got away with it if it wasn't for you and your meddling kids and your stupid mutt.
yeah. Remember
That's what
when they're fucking.
That's what this movie feels like. It's Mrs. fucking Voorhees.
Yeah.
Take the
If
mask
all your
off.
teenagers hadn't been smoking your reefer,
Smoking reefer and
having a good time.
squishing pissers.
Squishing pissers. Man, I ain't heard that in a minute.
Oh,
Fuck.
my God. I think
Squishing
I'm gonna
pissers.
spit somewhere.
Don't spit.
I'll spit if I
damn,
want to.
man.
Thank you.
But this is the one we talked about it a little bit earlier. It very psycho feels, you know, the fact that in the end it turns out it's like the mom, like the old lady mom. Even though
Yeah,
in
Karen
Psycho-
Voorhees.
Yeah, is her name really Karen?
No, but
Oh,
But I say I thought it
Linda.
was Kathy, but still, I could be totally wrong about
some
that. too.
70s mom name. Yeah, it's essentially Karen Voorhees. You know, she's got the Karen cut. She's out here like, y'all better not be having fun.
let me talk to the manager of this camp.
Yeah,
So I can kill him.
She's on the phone with the police.
This movie like crams all the lore also in like the last third of the movie too, right?
Yeah,
There's like all the counselors
Where
show
they-
up,
they
they all
literally
get
spell it
fucking
out.
killed, right?
Killed.
And then the lady fucker just shows her face for like seemingly no fucking reason. There's like one kid left to kill, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she shows her face and spews her guts.
Yeah, she
Blah,
shows
blah,
her
blah. Oh,
hand.
my kid
Yeah.
did this. Because I was watching this movie, I was like, when are they gonna do the turn? When's this fucking turn coming? Like, it was almost over. What's going on?
Yeah.
Well, for this to be the beginning of a franchise,
It's been 42 years.
This is where Phil Collins got the idea in the air tonight to not drop the beat until like
Yeah.
the very
We're
end of the
talking
movie.
about 1980.
That's hilarious. I love it.
Yeah. She decides she kills all these people, but I guess she waits the last one. Like, I'm gonna tell you my story first. I'm gonna explain it all to you for the audience.
She's way too good at killing. Bro.
Also,
Well-
spoiler alert, it's got bad reviews.
Who'd
When
have thunk?
you're a little old lady, you get by on the unassuming
No. She's got superhuman strength, bro. She threw a corpse of like a full-grown man through a window into a cabin. I
Mhm.
couldn't do that. I could not fucking do that.
Through the
That's
window.
insane. She's like,
That's
like,
also true.
You telling me she did that? No fucking way.
Hey, you know what they say about a mother's strength? You know, you gotta lift the
Oh.
car off of your child. You know, sometimes you gotta throw a dead teenager through a window. Like,
To get revenge. You're right.
Yeah,
I didn't think
yeah.
about- I didn't think about it that way.
Hey, it's we wouldn't understand. Okay, we're not moms.
I get.
Alright.
Can you
that.
just imagine though this old lady out there? She's just like
She's
hulked up.
Yeet.
Just like
Also, she would have needed like night vision goggles, like giant 80s
Oh,
night
yeah.
vision, heavy as fuck
Mhm.
night vision goggles because she kills the power and all this shit. And this movie is one of the fucking darkest movies I've ever goddamn seen. There's like hardly anything to look at in the fucking movie.
Yeah.
It's
You gotta
ridiculous.
Turn your you gotta set your settings
Big
right
old-
and watch the
they
movie.
they shot
Big
this
old set
straight
of
to
those
tape.
fucking 70s Starlight fucking.
yeah.
She would have needed that, and she would have been crippled by that alone. Her old ass.
Yeah, she
Cataracts
yeah,
would have had her ass done.
she threw her back out. Maybe that's why she had to take the time to explain herself to that last person because she threw her back out on everybody else.
Yeah.
She didn't hurt
Also, she's like a skilled driver, right? Because she gets that fucking Jeep unstuck by her damn self.
Oh,
After the
yeah.
counselor couldn't do it, she's like, "Oh, idiot! I'll wrench it out my damn self.
She-
My crazy
She's
strength."
juicing, bro.
she's been out there in the woods. She's become essentially Rambo. Like
is.
out there in the woods the whole time. She's been
She
training-
Rambo's these fucking
But
kids.
then when she shows
doing
her
mad
face and
push-ups.
everything, she's like
Rambo
totally
those
clean.
kids.
When she shows her
Goddamn sure
face,
did.
she's
Yeah.
totally clean with this nice sweater and her nice
That's
hair,
true. Yeah, her hair's all done.
like
She
a
just-
little old lady.
If she showed up in some cut off little jeans like that one guy in that movie we watched, I would have believed it more. What's that
Ted
movie where the guy's eating the
Pryor?
worm? If she showed up looking like Ted Pryor and some little
Oh,
shit,
yeah.
I would have believed that she rambled all these kids,
Yeah.
like eating worms and shit in the woods.
Just fucking
I would believe
first
it more.
blood in the team.
If she shows up in a fucking like sweater, bro.
Fucking first
Totally
blood in a bunch
clean.
of teenagers.
Deadly
No
prey.
blood, no nothing, no
Deadly
dirt,
prey.
no leaves.
Yes.
I fucking love Deadly Prey.
This movie
I'm
is
ready for another B
bullshit.
movie list, y'all. We gotta
Yes.
get on that.
Exactly.
Oh man,
This
You
movie's
know how
bullshit.
I am
Yeah.
with fucking B movies.
this
cheap.
movie is
They're
a little,
cheating.
yeah, it's a little bit silly. In that, I should have had our faces the whole time.
Aha.
Boom.
Howdy, folks.
Friday the 13th.
They took the little bit of money that they made from this movie and they put it towards making the iconic Jason Voorhees that
Yeah.
we know today.
Yeah,
This
Yeah,
is
he
one
did-
where the sequels definitely take off
yeah.
after
Mhm.
the first one.
Now,
They soar.
even though he doesn't get the mask until like the third or
Mhm.
fourth one, maybe third. The
it's
second
a
one is
third.
still really good because the second one he's got the sack over his head and that
got a
shit
bag
is
with one
fucking
hole.
creepy. Yeah, with the one eye, and at the end of this movie, Homegirl cuts the head off of Karen Voorhees or whatever, and
Yeah,
at
he's
the
got
beginning
it.
of the second one, she opens the fridge and there's like the head in the fridge, and it's just like, boom, that shit's heavy. That shit was good. That reminds me of the NES video game. Have you seen that artwork with like the head and it's got like the candles on it or something like that? And it's like kind of like a cake.
Of this game, of this movie?
Yeah, the Friday the
Really?
13th game. Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, this is another one of those where like watching the very first iteration of it, you don't get the full effect, because it wasn't until later iterations where they develop more fun and story and stuff like that.
But to me, the later iterations are just like copies of fucking Halloween, right? And they're like, oh, we
Yeah.
got to take it up a notch by making them invincible and a zombie and blah 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 because
Yeah.
it's more because we're better. Is what that feels like.
Oh yeah,
To
they
me.
quit caring real quick in Friday the 13th because they start going to hell and space and crossovers with.
I'm not
Freddy.
gonna lie. I like Jason X.
And
I like that better than a lot of the other ones. So at least
You know
it's
what's
fun.
funny?
It's just so ridiculous. Fucking
They-
sci-fi movie.
almost had a Pinhead appearance in Freddy versus Jason during the final battle. They were going to get sucked down to hell where they had the final showdown, and then Pinhead was going to show up and like break it up. Like, y'all get out of Get off my lawn. Get off my lawn.
What are y'all doing here? Get the hell out of here.
That would have been great.
Who let you in?
Would have been great. But they couldn't get the rights.
No.
So
Don't
That's
like it, Friday the
surprising,
13th.
seeing as how that franchise was like in the toilet for a while after they ruined it.
oh yeah. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah. Hellraiser. Hold on. What is this up against? What are we talking about here?
Halloween, Friday the 13th.
Oh, this is a classic matchup. This is
So it's the ripoff versus the fucking the good.
Yeah, you know what? Friday the 13th, the first one is ripping off Psycho, and every other iteration is ripping off Halloween.
Mhm.
So you got nothing going for you, buddy.
Yeah,
You're
that's derivative and contrite. Fuck
Yeah.
fuck Friday the 13th. I said
And
it.
all these other pejorative words that mean fucking
Stuff.
rip off, hack fraud.
Totally.
So you know-
totally.
you-
Totally.
You know what? You get out of here, Jason. You get out. You get the hell
That's
out.
what I'm saying.
You've been subpar for ages, you bitch.
What'd you say? Did you just tell Jason to go to hell?
Yeah, don't tell him that. Go
You
to
go to hell. You go to hell and you
Gotta-
die.
go to Texas, bitch.
Yeah, take your ass to Texas where you belong.
Give him the box on his way out the door.
Yeah, let's see.
Hey,
Let's
where's
see
Camp Crystal Lake
Jason
supposed to be?
versus Scarface or
Probably got it
Leatherface.
in Texas, bro.
Florida. Well, there's one in Florida. Literally, it's in Stark,
Well,
Florida.
It's probably supposed to be some like upstate New York bongo.
Probably.
It's
yeah,
probably like
probably
Lake
some
Placid.
Hippie bullshit.
Friday the
Fake
13th
pretending.
fandom. Here we go. I'm looking it up.
We don't need to know. It's not. It's probably Chicagoland.
Pamela
Area.
Voorhees.
Oh, boy.
Pamela.
Pamela.
Oh, Pamela on Friday.
Pamela ma ding dong.
We can't talk shit about Pamelas though. We don't do that around here.
We could.
No.
No.
They don't say where it's supposed to be.
It's either Texas. It's in the middle of the country somewhere, from Texas to Illinois.
It's probably fucking Martha's Vineyard or something. All these fucking white people everywhere. Goddamn, some honky ass place like that.
Yeah. Stay
Talking
away
about Friday
camp, sleep away
13th.
camp is not cheap.
Yeah, it's for fucking rich ass white kids.
I'm
is what
pretty
it
sure
is.
that was northeast from. I don't fucking
Yeah.
remember.
Probably in Maine or fucking New Hampshire,
to
Connecticut,
a
some
stay
dumb
away
fucking
camp.
place like that.
That shit was expensive. But my mother was like, "You getting out of here."
I ain't never done some shit like that.
No.
My mother said that shit's worth it.
My mom says, "You get out there in the yard." You get out
We got that. I got that like daytime Parks and Rec Center fucking shit because nobody
Oh, yeah,
was gonna
yeah.
be home.
Mhm.
So it was just send them down to fucking like Myers Park or whatever fucking park was
Yeah.
closest.
Get some eyes on your ass, and that's it.
Who-
Just
Who knows
somebody
what
else.
parties my
Yeah,
mother was
that's
throwing
it.
in there?
Motherfucker can see you good enough.
Yeah, I went to camp in Southern Alabama, and I wouldn't have mind if Jason should have been slaughtered all those motherfuckers. Really wouldn't have shed a goddamn single tear.
You'd have just been like, "Woo!
Get him! Get not me! Not me!
Not me, get him, damn it.
I'm from the city."
I'm not from around here." He'd have been like, "Oh, okay."
I ain't with these folks.
All right. Well, mark my vote down for fucking Halloween.
Halloween is the
Yep.
superior guy with a knife movie. In my opinion.
It's a superior movie.
Because-
Period. Just the way it's all laid out and the story and
Yeah.
everything is just better.
Friday the 13th is all about just
Blood.
a guy killing, just people getting killed.
And blood.
Halloween is about that atmosphere that like, and like I said earlier, that like Ahab Moby Dick of like, you know, kind of losing your mind chasing after this boogeyman, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah. Jason is kind of slasher for slasher's sake.
exactly, you know, you're almost rooting for him while
Mhm.
in Halloween, you're more in the environment. You know, you're in the element of the victims. And I don't want to start a fight or nothing, but I really love the 2018 trilogy. The Halloween 18, Halloween Kills, Halloween Ends.
That is
I
a very long conversation.
Yeah. We'll have to say we'll maybe we'll do a bonus episode. We'll record ourselves arguing and carrying on.
Well, yeah, we
about
can
that
watch the new
trilogy.
movie. I'll cry again
Let's do
I
it.
ain't seen the new.
because
We're gonna have a
I watched the
conversation
new
about the
movie
new-
and I
the new
cried for like
trilogy.
the last 20 minutes of it because
I
that was
love
some
love
stupid
it.
ass bullshit.
I
I
love
hated
it.
it. I
I
hated
love
it.
it.
I hated it.
So that'll be a good conversation. So stay tuned for that, all
I
you
ain't
film
seen
heads
it.
out there.
As I drink from a brand new Halloween 2 glass.
Ooh, that's fancy. All right, let me take a look at our straw poll here and see what we're dealing with. Yeah, chat's right there with us. We got 2-0. 2-0.
I mean, it's
Let's
easy.
go back.
It's easy.
I mean, it's the writing's on the wall. You know,
One of
like,
these guys is still getting movies, and one of them fucking died out a long time ago. I think Freddy ended up killing his ass. Is that what the end of that was?
I don't even know, honestly. I've never seen Freddy
I
versus
think-
Jason.
Yeah,
I
we
think
haven't
there was-
seen him since.
I was gonna say I think there was one since then, but
Really?
Yeah, I think
I don't
Freddie
remember
butt-fucked
it.
him like he was 8 years old.
Did
Yeah.
they really? I
Just-
expected it to be like a stalemate or a to be continued type of cheap ass.
I mean, probably
That's
they did some
stupid.
shit, but I'm just being funny here and being like, yeah, because fuck Jason.
Fuck Jason.
He got
You ain't
oh,
shit.
you're like as bad as Freddy is.
So
Feel
chat
better.
went Halloween. I'm going Halloween. Justin
Halloween.
Argo's going Halloween, right?
You have to ask.
You have to.
He looks
You have to
upset that
ask.
you asked him that. Like
I thought it was already established.
he was offended.
Eric, what about you?
Yeah.
Halloween. Halloween.
Don't get me wrong. I love Friday the 13th, especially the first one, since it's not a Jason movie. But Halloween is just.
I mean,
Right.
I don't know.
they
it's
even
like-
say it in their own documentary. We were just gonna rip this off, and we said we're gonna have blood in ours, so it's gonna sell.
Yeah. They decided to like get rid of any like artistic merit and just do blood and guts and killing and slashing and burning and beating and bashing and
And whoever came up with the whole Pamela Voorhees thing should be shot.
I think that
Should've
was
been-
M. Night Shyamalan.
Should have been Jason from Jump Street.
Yeah, it should have always been Jason.
little M. Night Shyamalan is like 7 years old or
He's
something.
like, what a twist.
It is kind
Probably
of cool
not.
how he's got the head in the
In the fridge, yeah.
Yeah.
But then again, that was 2. I think 2 is a better movie than 1. Like, I don't know. We're not
But
talking
it-
2s. We're talking
If
1s.
it wasn't her in the first one, you wouldn't have that. Where it's got the you wouldn't know what the
Right.
head is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it had to
It's-
crawl
it's-
before it could walk.
It's like I keep saying it's difficult looking at just the first iteration of these movies because from the first iteration they've grown into these sometimes vastly different beasts, like
Mhm.
And let me tell you,
Alright.
in the 70s and 80s, there were plenty of horror movies. These just seem to be the ones that everybody went to.
Mhm.
Oh,
These
yeah,
are,
yeah,
These
yeah.
are just the ones that made all the cash.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Stuck around. Nobody even know about him.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you get some of the best horror movies under conservative presidents, man. I'm telling you. Like, fucking
Like, shit is
Reagan
fucked
off-
up, huh?
Yeah, shit is
Yeah.
fucked up. Yeah,
Shit's
during the
fucked
Bush
up.
administration, we got all the Saw movies, and I fucking love the Saw movies. I'm not gonna lie to you. We're gonna do a whole Saw movie list one day, like just nothing but just all day, every day Saw movies.
Modern.
Yeah, and that was under Bush, and fucking yeah, shit's fucked up. People are getting off on killing.
I mean,
So we want to go ahead and knock out this semifinals before the break. You're gonna break now. Let's do it. All right. So we're talking Hellraiser versus Halloween.
I saw
This
this.
is tough.
I saw this. Honorable mentions to Jeepers Creepers and Scream and
Oh yeah, we could do a whole modern day slasher list. if you
Saw
wanted to.
series.
Yeah, Saw series. Yeah. Hell, I mean, I know Jeepers Creepers did it first, but Wrong Turn is kind of a fucking. Okay.
Trick or Treat is a cult favorite.
Oh, Trick or Treat's amazing. I love Trick or Treat.
Yeah, so we're gonna be doing this for a long time.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know what? I have a list of horror B movie rock and roll movies. And
I'm so with that.
Amazing.
I'm sorry. I'm glad your camera's not any lower than it is.
What about the
You
fetus
just
one?
gave me an involuntary physical reaction.
The suckling. Yes.
The suckling, yes.
I want to watch
Yeah.
the suckling so bad, dude. Yes. Yeah, man. That is coming up. So yeah, there's plenty of movies that we're gonna be doing in the future. See, every time we're like, guys, we're doing too many movies. We're gonna run out of movies to talk about. Wrong.
Wrong. So wrong.
There's
Every
literally
time.
infinite movies. Like,
And like, if we ever feel like we've done too many regular movies, there's just fucking dumpsters full of fucking.
We haven't even broken into the best of the
movies.
worst world. We can start
That's
doing
what I'm
training videos and garbage.
We could really bust off into like some indie films and shit.
Shake hands with danger.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know.
I mean, the amount of movies we've done after the year 2000 is super low.
Yeah. And we're just not even gonna do like Wes Anderson movies. Like, I would just rather
let's
give up
not.
the show.
Let's just
than
not
watch six Wes Anderson movies. I'm just not sophisticated enough. I would rather just not watch movies anymore.
Man, I don't know. Some of those movies just feel so goddamn uptight.
I just don't like them. But that's okay. We're talking Hellraiser versus Halloween. Oh, how do you compare a rose and another pretty flower?
How do you compare?
I don't know
these two
flowers.
different roses.
How do you compare
both
One
with
of
their
the-
thorns, both with their
One of
beauty.
these is like a fine aged whiskey, and the
Mhm.
other is like a really old glass of wine.
Yeah. You know, that's
It's
true.
really hard.
Yeah.
For me, I'm just got to draw on what I know, the little I know about the tale. I know we're not talking about the sequels, but they exist and they're in the zeitgeist.
Sure.
And I think the Halloween tale of movies following it is better than the garbage that is attached to Hellraiser, right?
Really? Because
Just for a tailbreak, just for a trailbreaker.
That may be true, but that's not what we're talking about.
I'm kind of the opposite, though. I feel like the Halloween sequels get into a bit of a mess with the different timelines and shit.
They had
gets
to start
wonky.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While Hellraiser, they at least build, like, sure, they get off into the weeds, but at least the shitty in the weeds bullshit is still referencing the same timeline, you know? Like, eventually they start getting into like the past, present, and future in one of the Hellraiser sequels where they go back to like the 1600s, talk about the French guy that actually constructed the puzzle box and stuff. And then there's like the other French guy that built the the anti-puzzle box, the puzzle box that's supposed to send the Cenobites back to hell. And sure, they're not great movies, but it at least is a cohesive kind of story. While Halloween just they're just like fucking whatever. Like, oh, it's a sister now. Now it's not.
Mm.
Now Tommy Jarvis is here. Like now he's important for some fucking reason. Oh, now we're over here. Like they stopped caring quick in the Halloween sequels. But we're talking originals.
Both of these are masterpiece.
These are great movies.
Yeah,
Like,
no, these
as-
two are.
One of them is just a little bit better than the other.
uh-oh.
Well, then that changed my mind. If we're talking about just these movies,
yeah.
I think it's Hellraiser.
I also think it's Hellraiser.
Just by like that much.
Because Clive Barker did a master class of writing and directing, you know.
Yeah. I don't know. Hellraiser is a constant, a constant fucking rise through the movie, whereas Halloween is a constant. You know what I mean? It establishes what it is very early, and it's that.
I feel like with Halloween, they managed to catch lightning in a bottle and more or less got really lucky making a good movie, while Hellraiser is kind of a fine crafted story, you know.
Yeah.
Like it's a crafted story, well acted and put together. It's more of like a artisanal thing rather than a luck thing. I don't know.
I don't know if so much luck is just these are what we have to work with. Let's do what we can with that.
Yeah.
Making the most out of what you got and what you don't got.
Yeah.
What's funny is Hellraiser came out with a super duper budget to me. Like I didn't watch any documentaries on it to see what it was.
It is budget.
I feel like most of the budget went into the Cenobites fucking costumes, bro. They're like,
yeah,
few locations, few casts. Like
they've got that giant ass puppet, that crazy monster thing that comes out. It's called the Architect, and like that costs some fucking money. I know.
Oh yeah,
and yeah, they ran out of money. I was watching a video about this. Apparently in Hellraiser they ran out of money and they wanted to do something different, but what they ended up doing was having that like skeleton dragon come and like grab the thing and fly off with it. You know, that was a budgetary constraint. Yeah.
And that is ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what are you gonna do?
That's
something other than that.
Yeah, no, that's
anything other than that. That's
for an end of that.
I've actually forgot about that, and when I saw that ending, I was like, "Excuse me."
Yeah, see, that's the thing is, it's like this finely crafted wine, and it's really, really good, and it tastes so amazing. And then, like
the finish,
the very end,
what is that?
Yeah, at the very end, the very last flavor makes you go, "What the
paint
fuck?"
thinner?
Yeah, seriously.
It's like does the bum like catch on fire and then turn into the
like no, it's got a real cherry oaky flavor with the finish of cat piss.
Fucking seriously,
notes of cat piss.
I stand by my stand.
Yeah,
even if I'm the
gonna
only
go
one.
Halloween myself, and y'all are just gonna have to fucking go for the coin or the straw poll.
Well, let me
listen.
Let me check the results because I can go either way. I'm like going with the wind right now. Almost. It's
no. You must go Hellraiser.
No, I have
one vote.
made my choice.
Halloween is pretty fucking iconic. Going with the name of our classification here, right? But Hellraiser is too. I've seen Hellraiser. I saw the picture of the pinhead guy when I was a child before I'd ever seen the movie, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
it was out there and around in the zeitgeist hardcore.
And just the image of him like haunted me, you know, like having not even seen the movies, but just seeing the guy, I'm just infatuated. And that's why it was one of the few movies I went out of my way in my like, you know, earlier adulthood to sit down and watch, because I'm just like, I gotta see this. I can't not see this.
It struck you so hard that you had to know as soon as you could know.
Yeah. You know.
So you're a Pinhead simp. And I'm a Michael Myers simp.
Hey.
No, I mean honestly, I was more of a Michael Myers fan first, but I mean that's your fault. Like you you did
that.
Yeah,
you did this to me.
Yes, I mean if I'm keeping score, Halloween was the first one I was a fan of. That's because back in 2007 or whatever, you know, you had it on and I was watching it and I got into it. I mean, and for that reason, I fucking love Halloween. Like you did this to me, like. But also, I'm a fan of other things, and you can like two things.
That's what makes it hard.
That's what makes it hard.
Well, I mean, that's not all that makes it hard.
Touching it makes it hard. All right. Okay. Who knows who they're voting for right now? Who knows?
The box. We can.
Argo, you know? You're going Halloween.
Yeah.
Eric, do you know?
I'm going Halloween.
All right. Somebody got a car.
Come the fuck on. Come the
fuck.
fuck
Here?
Well,
oh, okay. So okay. I was like, wait, is that my car? Like, my car's not even here.
Just because I know the way the winds are blowing, I'll go Hellraiser because I think Halloween will win either way, which I'm fine with that too.
I'm gonna go Hellraiser as well, and chat is gonna break the tie because chat went Halloween.
Let's refresh it. Refresh. Oh, yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Halloween.
It's the name of the holiday.
Yeah.
Slap the money on it.
I'm not even pissed about it. Like,
it's master branding.
Hit it with that cash.
Master branding, master budgeting.
Yeah, man.
Like, that's how you make a movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That like you can't argue with that mask either. Like, way to take something so like I want to see innocuous, but it's not even like it's innocuous because it's such a weird idea to have a rubber mask of a man's face, just a white guy's face. It's fucking weird.
An iconic white guy at that.
Yeah,
it's insane.
Yeah, spray paint it so you can't really because like when you look at that, you're not like that's a spray painted white Captain Kirk mask. You
wouldn't
Michael
know
Myers.
unless someone told you. Exactly.
Didn't they like fuck the eyes out of it or something?
Yeah, he cut some of the eyes out of it to make it more like hollow.
Yeah, like you can fuck the hole bigger.
He darkened the hair
up. The hole out. I was like,
yeah, he whitened the face, he whitened the eyes, and he darkened the hair.
Skull fuck Captain Kirk.
Yeah.
I'm on board with that. Right on.
So, all right. Our first movie in the finals is going to be Halloween. So we're going to take another quick break and be right back. And when we do, we're going to run through our losers bracket and figure out who is going up against Halloween in the final heat of the evening. Stick with us, chat. We'll be right back. And we're back. Welcome back, everybody. Halifax, welcome. We're back right now.
And welcome back, Film Heat.
Film Heat fans. I love how we're kind of like there's like two different shows. So the first half of the show when we're like having conversation about movies, and the second half of the show when we're just drunk.
This is a special gift. If you stick around, you get that good.
You get the good content here at the end.
Hell yeah.
But we're back. We are back, and we are diving into our losers bracket. We've run through the first 3 rounds. Oh, shit. Long time no see, Argo, says Halifax.
Who is that?
Who that is?
He knows your fake.
He knows your face. He knows your
It's blurry right now.
Quit breathing on the lens, bro.
Your autofocus ain't working right.
It's not. I don't have the software installed.
That's okay. You need to update them drivers. Back to Film Heat Tech Tips.
All right. What do we got? We're doing this bracket,
right?
All right. So, our losers bracket, we're going to figure out who is coming back, who is rising from the grave to compete again in the finale against Halloween 1978. Who is it going to be? This time we're not going to do polls. So if you want to cast a vote, type it in the chat. Does people know where half, if not most, of you live?
They know we Florida folks. Some of us.
You know where I live.
We don't give our address out.
I live in your heart.
This is
and in your thoughts. I live in your dreams.
I live on Elm Street.
When you're resting your little head at night. That's 69
Elm Street.
Dude, I'm creeping in your dreams.
I mean, we've dropped some
What
clues.
about city?
We've dropped some clues if you listen closely, but I don't think it's ever been like explicitly
I'm from Texas.
Dropped.
I'm a cowboy.
I'm from Texas.
I'm from Texas.
Let me try your face on. I'm from Texas. Fuck your rats.
I mean, I think everybody knows I live in New Orleans, but good luck finding me in that mess of a city.
Yep.
Rat
Yep.
nest.
Yep.
I'm from New Orleans too. I've been there my whole life.
Yeah, we all live in New Orleans.
We're all New Orleansers.
All right. Back on track.
All right. Listen, in the losers bracket, round heat number 5, we're talking Nightmare on Elm Street versus Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Who y'all got?
That's fucking easy. Nightmare on Elm Street all day.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, I like
Give me
that
that.
one. Big Buddy Bjorn knows what's up.
Yep, that's correct.
It's not his first day on the internet.
No, this guy, internet. Let's just not. Let's not dox ourselves.
That's why he's the
out loud.
moderator.
I live on 857A England Court East, Jacksonville, Florida.
Maybe we should get a PO box for fan
You
mail.
can find me there.
The phone number is 8675309.
We could get a PO box for fan mail and then do opening.
That's right. Yeah, give me stuff, and I'll open it.
Gonna send us like copies of Nuki and garbage like that. We don't want that.
I want Nuki. I will build a
Poop in a
wall
bag
of Nuki behind me.
That's illegal.
We will not open any bags of poop. Anything that smells funny.
No poop or anthrax or explosives.
All right. Let me Elm Street, Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I'm going Nightmare on Elm Street. I know half of y'all in real life. You don't know me. You don't know me.
Yeah, he does.
I am the unknowable.
All right, social butterfly.
I'm an enigma.
He's a social snowflake.
I am.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
I got Nightmare on Elm Street. So we got 2 Nightmare on Elm Streets. Who y'all got? Chat, type it up. Eric,
He's over.
Is
he's
there-
like,
You're muted.
Who
Who?
that? Who that you
Who?
vote
Who?
who?
How the fuck did I get muted?
Let me get my who
You
button
got
out.
muted.
Texas Chainsaw
Where's my who
Massacre.
button?
Oh, he got Texas
He's-
Chainsaw. Man. We got one
for?
Texas
He's
Chainsaw.
weird like that.
Argo, who do you got?
I already said Nightmare on Elm
He
Street.
said,
Oh.
We're going with that
How
cassette
did
deck.
Hellraiser not win? Right?
all
Not too
right,
late.
don't get him riled up. Don't get. fucking
Listen,
Jeremy
come
riled
on.
up.
I got opinions, and they are important.
Second place ain't bad.
Don't feel sad.
It's got to beat it again.
I've
Yeah,
had
but
to
it's gonna be
settle
a-
with my
it's
favorite
gonna be a
movie
poll.
being like third or fourth.
There's going to be a
Hey,
poll.
Lee.
So
That's
don't
fine.
count your eggs now. All
You
right.
know?
Any other votes in chat?
Any other
Nightmare
votes
on
in
Elm Street
chat?
versus
Nightmare on Elm Street versus Texas Chainsaw Massacre. What's your favorite? Right now, it's going to be Nightmare. Going
Really, chat?
once.
Really, chat? Nothing.
Going twice.
Twists.
Nightmare.
Nightmare.
See?
Gotcha.
You got a nightmare.
Hell yeah.
And
Hey, it's a vote.
Send it.
sending it. Nightmare on Elm Street moving forward. Texas Chainsaw Massacre dropping from contention. Up next, we've got Friday the 13th
Easy.
versus Child's Play.
Easy.
I got Child's
Friday
Play
the
on this one.
13th.
Child's Play.
Oh, we got a Friday. We got
I got a Friday.
Justin.
I'm gonna go Child's Play because both these movies break like physics, but Child's Play was better.
Child's Play is just a better movie, in my opinion.
It's more fun.
We got another Friday in chat. Chat might come over here and upend our whole shit.
Let's try to.
It's happened before.
It's happened before.
Ain't it though?
The losers bracket is when our shit can get upended.
Yeah, it is.
I wish chat would vote more and fuck our shit up more.
just destroy our votes, chat. Just fuck us up. Count
This is
us
where
out.
you got the power. Losers bracket. That's how we do it.
You
when no one's
got
here.
power.
Mhm. All right. Send it.
Sending it. Child's Play winning by a narrow margin. Up next, we've got Child's Play versus Nightmare.
I'm going Child's Play on this one.
I too am going Child's Play on this one.
Oh, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Ooh.
Halifax is going Nightmare too.
Oh, Justin.
How dare you guys?
How dare you?
Make me break this tie. I feel
That's a
like
good one.
Chucky's up there, right? I feel like he hangs with. He's in the clique with the baddies.
This is my situation because when it comes to the horror icon themselves, the character, I like Freddy better. However, when it comes to the movie,
Oh, yeah.
I like Child's Play better.
I like Nightmare on Elm Street better.
All right, and if we're going with what even if I was talking about what the franchises became,
Mm-hmm.
I like what Child's Play became, as opposed to what Nightmare on Elm Street became. Like they
Chucky-
both went fun direction, but Chucky got fucking cool. You know what I mean?
These are the two that scare children, right? Like children don't want to go to bed, nighttime's scary, blah blah blah, and the doll thing. But Chucky fucked me up more. So I think as a child, that's what I'm gonna have to go with Child's Play.
All right, tie broken. Child's Play moving
The
ahead.
lack of Hannibal Lecter. That movie that's a different kind of movie.
That's a different kind of movie. Yeah, yeah.
That's a great movie. Look up we talked about it before, and we doted
Yeah.
on Silence of the Lambs. It's amazing.
Oh, we were just like Silence of the Lambs.
What list was that? Was that the Argo list? Silence of the Lambs?
I think so.
Yeah.
What was that, around May or something?
Argo
Yeah,
brought
we
First
loved it.
weekend of May. Yeah.
Argo brought a banger list.
Oh yeah. We're going Hellraiser versus Child's Play. This is tough for me. We did this.
yeah.
This is our first one. But if we go back and look, what happened last time? Hellraiser beat it 5-0.
Yeah, but now we've talked about Child's Play so much.
Oh, we got a Hellraiser in
Yeah, I'm
chat.
changing my vote. I'm going
Whoa!
Child's Play.
We got a flip flopper on the panel here. We got a.
I'm a flip flopper too.
Listen,
I'm going Child's Play.
I'm thinking about that scene where he was on fire, or
going
before they
Hellraiser.
even lit him on fire, and she's sitting in front of the thing trying to hold him in the fireplace.
Some of
And
them.
he's like, let me out, fucking bitch. I'm like, yeah.
Let me out, you fucking bitch! I'll kill you.
Child's Play brings it. They bring the scary. It's a lot of fucked up shit going on there.
Yeah, I have seen the new Hellraiser. I thought it was
Have
okay.
Have you seen the new Child's Play?
The movie with
Mark Hamill?
Audrey Plaza.
Wait, what?
It was.
What's going on? What are we talking about?
It was also okay.
It was lukewarm.
There was a new Chucky movie.
Yeah, with Mark Hamill as the
in
voice.
like 2020 or something like that, or in 2019 maybe.
Oh, Mark Hamill did it. That's even better. That helps it out. That's good.
Yeah,
He's like the
watch
first one
the remake
to do the voice of Chucky since Brad.
Now, if we were doing the modern remakes, I think I like the new Chucky better than the new Hellraiser. The new Hellraiser gets a little bit self-indulgent.
I would imagine so.
With the Shinobites.
Okay, I got to point out on the female Cenobite on this one. Did anybody else notice how like the way the things that came in and hooked into her neck definitely made a like throat vagina?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Now, not to go too off on an aside, but I did not care for the Shinobite aesthetics because they decided to eschew the clothing and go for more gore, but like the gore didn't make sense. There was just like flesh coming from nowhere, like it didn't add up. Like there was no like sense of what was happening with the aesthetic. It was just pink for the sake of pink. I don't know.
But
Eli Ever was telling us this earlier. They're androgynous. They're just like pleasure demons, I guess.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
With their pussies and dicks.
They're just made out of sex organ.
Big penis vagina monsters.
Hey, whatever you want, we got it. Eh?
We got it. Absolutely.
They're
We got big dicks, little dicks, smelly dicks.
Dicks.
Okay,
dicks.
now I'm imagining fucking Cheech Marin fucking yelling it like in fucking
Big dicks, little dicks, smelly dicks, floppy dicks,
zombie dicks.
Zombie dick. We got alien dick. We got.
All right, who ain't voted? Who ain't voted?
Who ain't voted? Eric, I think you ain't voted.
Yeah, because I'm having
You're
a
slacking.
real hard time here. I'm having a real hard time.
You're distracting us all with dick talk.
Yeah.
And then she finally,
Distracted with dicks.
and then she finally lights his little plastic ass on fire, and he like
if you can
runs
find a
across
dick
the
for
room.
fuck it.
Man, that-
Dicks for cheaper. Fuck it.
Exactly, Halifax. Exactly.
You know.
This guy knows. Oh,
All right, Eric.
fuck.
Out with it. Lay it on us.
See, I'm gonna go Hellraiser just because out of these two, it's the only one that actually scared me.
Woo! Hellraiser it is. Moving forward by the skin.
We
I'm
did
not
this
changing my vote.
already.
I'm not changing my vote.
You're changing your vote.
We've been here.
He's
You're
I'm
not changing your
my
vote?
I'm not changing
All
my
right,
vote.
all
I'm
right,
voting
we're going-
Halloween again.
Hang
Listen.
on, let's do it up here.
Listen, we gotta have a poll. We're doing this one for real. We're back in the. This is the
Yeah, we're back
final
in the real. We're back in the
heat
real.
of the evening. So we're gonna get a poll going for chat to cast their vote, and we're gonna tally them like sophisticated people.
This is democracy on the
This
show.
is a democracy,
You all get to vote for your one vote, just like in democracy.
just like in democracy.
And
Yeah, we don't
you
got
know
no
what?
super delegates. We are the
It's
super
okay if
delegates.
you're wrong.
I'm wrong all the time.
I'm wrong a lot.
I live my life by that. Being wrong.
I make bad decisions sometimes.
I'm pretty sure I'm wrong a lot. Tick tack tick tack tick. The sound of a keyboard on the other end of a line.
On the line.
On the line.
Love
Votes.
isn't always on time.
Hell yeah, Toto.
Is that Toto for real? Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's John Williams' son sings.
It is. It is. Yeah. I knew that.
He's a legacy.
I know a lot of things, but then I don't know a whole lot of other things.
All right, so chat, peep the link there and there. Capture
We
votes
got a
there.
link. Click on that link, and inside you will find a decision to make.
I think sounds like they found it because we got one
The link.
Hellraiser over there.
You opened
already.
The box.
came.
You opened it. We came. That line, fucking every time I think of it, it just kills me because the
Oh, we out-
15-year-old
we
part
out
of
here
my brain
coming.
just.
No
box.
tears.
You
It's a
opened it.
waste of
We
such
came.
good suffering.
Yes.
Hellraiser's fantastic.
It is good.
him to us, so we will tell your
Oh, that's such a good idea. I'm gonna make stickers like Film Heat stickers. Film Heat. I voted
Fuck yeah.
stickers.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck
that's
yeah.
a good idea. Write that down. I don't have a pen.
What, you gotta
It's
put them at,
recorded.
I'll
put 'em at,
remember with my super brain.
It's
put 'em at Camp
recorded.
City?
Hey, you'll remember it
This
with your
whole
super. We
thing is
recorded
being-
this.
Recorded.
Listen,
And they're listening to us.
who's
But
listening?
then you got to go back and listen to us again.
I'm sorry,
And
Argo.
that's
Just
still
cinnamon.
so hard for me.
The cinnamon bites are listening to us.
I'm gonna flip my vote from last time, and I'm sorry, Argo. Jared tried to save you from this fate when he wanted to put Scream on this fucking list instead of Hellraiser.
Halloween
Nope.
would have beaten Scream hands down.
Yes,
That's still
he tried
better.
to say he tried to save you from this, but
Nope.
I feel like we're going.
I'm voting Halloween on this again.
Okay, hold on. Let me count it. I'm gonna go Hellraiser. Justin,
I'm gonna go Hellraiser.
Argo's going Halloween. Eric, you said Halloween.
Yep.
It's okay.
All right.
Everybody
And-
knows Halloween's better.
and
The
now
outcome
we
of
wait
this
for
is not
chat.
like a set in stone golden rule or
No, it
anything.
is. It is. You get the golden.
No,
things.
it's not.
Listen, this is for posterity. Everybody knows what Film Heat decides
Everybody
will go down
knows
in history.
Halloween is better.
History.
Everybody knows.
In 5
Who's this
years,
Hellraiser vote? Who did
5
this?
years, we have 1 million followers. People are going to go back and listen to the early days of our show and be like, what the fuck? These guys used to suck. And they'll also say, they were right. Hellraiser is better.
They're gonna be like, man, that dude sounds fucking weird, but he was right about Halloween.
No.
What the fuck kind of accent is that shit?
You're gonna say, "What is this guy from Texas?"
It's got better actors.
Is that better individual parties?
It does. It has better individual
All right,
parties.
all right, all right.
It has better kills.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
does.
dude.
I don't know. Something about being ripped apart by chains.
Yeah, sitting there with their shit all stretched out.
Yeah, that movie
fucking-
just like blows its load in the
Jesus
first
wept.
5 minutes, and then you're just like, whatever for the rest of it.
Hey, blowing your load in the first 5 minutes is my style.
I mean, hey, if you want to admit that, go right ahead.
God, I wish I could do something close to that.
Oh boy.
All right. If no one else is going to vote in chat, we're going to send it with our one vote for Hellraiser, breaking the tie. Breaking the tie. Breaking the tie. And we're going to
false.
send it.
It's false. It's false.
Hey, you said there's nothing wrong with number 2. Number 2 is good.
I reject that. That's false. You'll be hearing from my lawyer.
Hell, Ricky, I was high when I said that.
You'll be hearing from the lawyer. That's fine.
Sorry, we had to shut the show down because Argo sued us into oblivion.
Pending litigation
Yeah.
involving episode 48 of Film
Redacted.
Heat.
Redacted. Everybody
Redacted.
knows Halloween is better.
All the best bands have fallen apart due to litigations
It's true. It's true.
It happens.
or shotgun blasts.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, Gen Xers just cringed.
Well, the thing is, the fact that there's enough of those that people had different people in mind.
Welcome to Film Heat, where we live right on the edge.
I'm drunk enough. I'm glad this new chatter just reminded me about my ex-girlfriend and then ruined my fucking vote. Thanks. Peace, bro.
Thanks, guy.
Wait, what?
Wait.
Or
I don't.
girl. Or
I don't
person.
follow.
When he used to date head of elector back in the day. It was a thing. They were.
It was a toxic relationship.
Mind controls.
Well, his girlfriend was super big on democracy.
Listen, we're a dictatorship around here.
Look,
Yeah.
you vote
All
for
right.
the wrong movie, you might get banned for a few days. It's all right.
Well, we won't be back on
No.
for at least 7
No.
days. So
Our motto at Film Heat is it's okay to be wrong. Okay, it's okay. I live my life being wrong. So I'm not in charge. I just host this shindig. All right.
First, we try to extract personal information, then we remind people of personal information that we try to forget.
Wait,
outta
what?
here.
What are we talking about?
I got DM'd. I got DM'd, bro.
Oh
read your
no!
There's a first rule of Twitch: don't read your DMs.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Nothing good comes of Twitch DMs.
Say, hey, Argo, how's that old bitch doing? Like,
I hope she's dead. Thanks.
Eek.
All right. Everybody calm down. Everybody
Happy
calm
Halloween.
Eek.
down. Happy Halloween. We've come to the
Thanks,
end
Halifax.
of our bracket. We have found our winner. So let's run up our list here before things get
Ready?
out of hand.
You ready?
In 6th place, I'm going to call it Texas Chainsaw Massacre is coming in last. Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yes.
Wait.
Heck yeah.
We shat on
audible.
fucking Friday the 13th way more.
We shat on
That-
Friday the
Well,
13th.
that was a mistake. That was a
Way
mistake. They were wrong.
We make mistakes.
Yeah.
All right, let's have a vote right now. Panel vote right now. What comes in last? I say
Texas.
Texas.
Friday. I
Friday
said
the
Friday.
13th.
Oh,
Fucking
okay.
coin it. Flip the
We
coin. I
got
don't
a
give
coin
shit.
coming.
Flipping the coin.
Yeah,
Flipping the
flip
coin
that
right
fucking
now.
coin. Don't
I give a
don't,
shit
don't
right
look
now.
don't
it.
look over there. They don't matter.
Yeah, no, heck of hell effect.
Wait, hold on. I didn't decide. This doesn't count. This doesn't
About
count.
to
Fuck
say.
this.
Oh, I didn't know that was it. That was it.
No, Argo. I'm gonna let you call it. Which one's
one
heads?
was
Which
it?
one's tails?
No, where have they lined up?
The
I
top
don't-
one was.
I didn't look.
Was
Which
heads
one
and
was
bottom
on
was
top?
tails. What are you talking?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
That's what it
No,
is.
you
Which
call
one
it.
was on top?
Okay,
in the
so
bracket?
Texas is the worst one then. All right, there we go. Thank you.
No, which one is Texas heads
No,
or
for
is
the
Texas
coin flip.
tails?
Flip it.
I don't know which one's which.
You
Flip
gotta
it.
Call it, bro.
Flip it.
You call
Texas
it.
is tails. Flip it.
Texas is
No.
tails. We're flipping it. Texas is tails. Here we go.
Cheating ass. He knows it doesn't go tails twice.
Oh,
Oh, it does.
See?
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 All right.
Oh, 2 out of 3.
And it went
No.
tails. And it went
in-
tails.
In last place
Call me cheating.
was Friday the 13th.
It's like you know it doesn't go tails twice.
In fifth place is Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
No. He said Texas was tails, and we were voting for what was 6th.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
Whatever.
No, we
I've
were
lost
saying that
control of this
Texas.
show.
Fourth.
we were
I
saying
fourth
Texas
literally
was
said-
always top.
No. Okay, I literally said Texas is tails. We flipped it. It was tails.
We were voting for what was 6th place.
No,
we were voting
we were
for what
voting
was
for the
on top.
loser.
Whatever. 4th place.
in fourth
Go.
place, without a doubt, is Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, it's cassette tape.
Most definitely, third place is Child's Play. Absolutely, second place
Under further
is
review.
Halloween.
Under contention.
There's a review on the play.
This is under further review.
Look, this is like when the Saints got cheated from the pass interference.
There's a foul on the field.
Foul on the field.
Butt fucking.
Inappropriate butt fucking.
Foul on the
Off on the panel.
We've got dick grabbing in the backfield.
They turns
Let
into
go of my
dick.
And in first place, before this whole show is Hellraiser. Oh God! Happy Halloween,
did the-
everybody!
I did the voice too good.
Quit grabbing my dick.
No, I did the pinhead voice too good. I made it too scary.
I'm spooked. I'm too,
There's no
too
Michael
spooky
Myers.
for me.
There's no Michael Myers voice to do, so you know what can I do?
All right, this is the part of the show. We spend the next 5 hours just talking shit.
No, we have to talk about 3 weeks.
Oh, that's right. We have a
Yeah, we did.
very extra special event coming up.
We gotta lock it
Yeah.
down.
If you don't know where we live, you'll know now.
3 weeks. God damn it.
Literally. Well, though this is a public venue, there are no addresses involved.
At Cap City Video Lounge.
Where's that?
It's in Railroad Square.
Huh?
If you know, you know.
Check the
We will
Facebook.
We will be doing a live show in person. Hopefully. Definitely.
In case we get fucking kicked for some burlesque bullshit.
Oh,
Somebody's-
God.
Somebody's
No, we
titties
just
will,
do it with them.
Look,
will bump
it's-
us.
it's paid for. We just, it's paid for.
We're going to be doing a live show in person in 3 weeks. So our next show will not be in 2 weeks as usual. It's going to be in 3 weeks because we're all going to be in the same place at the same time for the first time in years and years and years. And we're going to be talking. What are we doing?
Fantasy movies.
Fantasy favorites.
Yeah, bring your girlfriends out because I want to.
Yeah, definitely bring your girlfriend for this one.
Bring your girlfriend. Introduce her to me.
Definitely don't introduce her to me.
Well, hey,
Argo, yeah.
You know what? Bring your girlfriend at your own risk.
Matter of fact, don't bring your girlfriend.
Let her come by herself.
Are you gonna read the movies to entice them, or what?
I might just read the movies. Yeah, fantasy favorites. We're talking classics like Legend, Masters of the Universe, Dark Crystal, Never-Ending Story, Labyrinth, and Princess Bride. We're talking crowd pleasers. We're talking girlfriend teasers. We're talking
puppets galore.
Puppets, Muppets, we got them. You name it. We're out here. The misters steal your girl.
Yeah, so for those listening now, that's November 12th.
November 12th at Cap City Video Lounge.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
If you can hear our voice and you're still awake.
If you don't know, then it's a secret and you're not in on the secret. So
we're gonna have some good times, have some laughs.
FOMO.
It'll be good.
We got jokes all night.
We got jokes.
We're gonna have some drinks.
Yeah, come out and vote in person and be heard.
In person.
Live studio audience, be a part of that.
A live studio audience. You get to see our faces with your eyes, not just over a screen. It's gonna be a great time. It's gonna be a great time.
Be like the
Studio
90s.
Lounge has got snacks.
I
It's
don't
a
think
great
we clarified
environment.
that. Like, yes, we're doing it at Cap City Video Lounge, but you come as well. Bring yourself.
Yeah. We'll be there,
You
but
come.
most importantly, you'll be there.
Yeah. Live
Or
studio
else.
audience.
Or else what exactly?
Just like the
Yeah.
90s.
You'll log.
Yeah, imagine seeing people remember seeing people with your eyes, like seeing hearing people talk in front of you?
No cover. Free show.
Free show.
Just show your ass up.
That's right. This has been a great one, you guys.
Yeah, it is.
Anybody have any parting remarks?
I laughed until it turned red. Definitely.
Yeah,
for
no
sure.
shit.
I definitely laughed more
It was-
than I've laughed in a while. So
Right?
this
Fuck,
has
I
been a
needed it.
good one. Definitely. So this is Film Heat signing off. Thank you all so much for joining us and participating in chat and casting your votes. Happy Halloween to each and every single one of you. Please come out to Cap City Video Lounge, even when we're not there, even other times. Just go out there and throw money at the guy.
Don't bring my ex-girlfriend.
Don't
go 'cause
bring
it's-
anybody's ex-girlfriends.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
So if you're dating anybody who's ever dated anybody else before, dump them immediately.
They a hoe for show.
I think that just came out of Argo's nose.
That's the second spit take this episode. So you know it's good.
I think that one just shot out his fucking nostrils.
No, I contained it. It's okay.
It just hurt a lot. So if you've lasted this long, you're welcome.
Shit, there's still 80 y'all out there. Hot damn.
Hell yeah.
Thank you
And
all
I'm
so
not
much
even
for hanging
juicing.
out. I love you guys. We'll see you all in person at Cap City Video Lounge. Have a great night. Happy Halloween. Don't do anything too stupid out there.
Yeah.
We'll see y'all real soon. Good night.
Just stupid.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Sexy's in the movie.